Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. It's Peer Therapy Day. That has gone a lot faster. That going live
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. They fixed that because now when you click the button, you go live. Usually, I had a few seconds delay there. So yeah. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Hey. Let me do a quick roll call, Johnny, and then we'll get started. I see Ryan J. Zuvich. You know what? I don't know. Ryan is always here before the show starts, but I never see him in the comments. I don't know if he sticks around or what, but he's always here early. Ryan J., if you're here, hello. Jersey Ron, Chops Bearded, good to see you. Josh Ricks, the one and only King Ginger, Big Bearded Brother, hello, sir. Waltimus Prime, how's it going? Oh, Flash of the Past, the Baden is in the house.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Adam, good to see you, brother. Billy Rogers, Disney Beardsman, how's it going, my man? Of course, we got Redbeard Ryan in the house. Where's his better half, his love brother? I don't see a Beard Code. What's up, baby? Already with the retracted message. Cal Ripken in the house. Meb, what's up, Meb? The artist formerly known as Prince or TCB, LMNOP, whatever. Chris is in the house. Chris has a blue wrench, baby. Oh yeah. There's the love guy. There's Mick. Rockin' 49. What's up, brother? Captain Stash in the haze.
Captain Stash.
All right, I think I got it. Oh, Gary Lewis. Who the hell is that? Hey, Brett Berlin. What's up, brother? And Dagan and Bearded Wolf with 2 O's. Wolf.
All right, got it.
All right. So, just to start, 2 weeks ago, we had the quote unquote last episode of therapy ever, right? And then the next week, I have to cancel because it's my daughter's birthday, it just happened to fall on that. So it feels like for the couple of weeks, we've been kind of spinning our wheels, Johnny. And this is going to, I think, launch us into 2021 tonight.
Yes.
Tonight's going to be a little odd. There's going to be some stuff going on. But to start with, we have some announcements. So, Johnny, did you want to go first or did you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
We'll do the coin thing. Okay. So, as a joke to, not really a joke, but as a way to kind of make this show kind of somewhat interactive, I kind of created these fake coins, these little novelty things that you can earn, which is still a mystery on how you earn them. I think if you I don't know, you got to say something to make everyone laugh or whatever, or make Joe laugh. Joe will say, that's a coin. That's coin worthy.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how people have been obtaining coins. So if ever, people DM me and I give them a little virtual, picture of a coin that I created real fast on Adobe. So, I wanted to expand on the coin shtick, if you will. So I came up with the idea. I said, let's make these coins worth something. So that's what I thought. That's what I'm going to do. So going forward, from now on, all retro coins are not going to be counted in.
Yeah.
Because we're starting fresh.
New year, new coins.
Yeah, new year, new therapy coins count. Just because, like Ryan said, he's got 4,387 coins.
God, man, he just holds on.
I think he has maybe he's the closest to person that actually has 10. But right now, everyone's coin count is down back to 0. If you earn the coins, you can keep them for nostalgic sake. But their design is changing. Their design is going to change, so they're not going to be the same coin. Because now they're going to have monetary value. Each coin is going to be worth $1, right? So up to 20 coins, meaning $20, you will get a random purchase from me from Amazon. So it's $20 towards Amazon to whatever I feel like buying you. So if you earn 20 coins, you can get up to $20 of a random prize from Amazon. It could be anything. It's totally at my discretion at whatever I feel like buying at the time. However many of these I've had during the show. And if you want to like, get something smaller, let's say you want to redeem your 10 coins, so $10, you can get a little. Amazon has everything priced to all different types of things. Hey, for $10, you can get 100 magic erasers. Magic erasers, the things that you clean with.
Those are the bomb.
Yeah, you can get 100. I think it's a pack of 100 for $9. So you get shit like that. Like I'm gonna really just get some random ass stuff. It's not gonna be beard products stuff. Yeah. This is for like random shit that's gonna be fun. So
you got a let's make a deal aspect to it because so if I really could use it, I'd use it. But if I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this? It can almost like sit on your shelf like a prize.
Yeah.
But you can have space on the beard shelf like, oh, that's what my coins got me from therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't get diapers. I wouldn't get diapers, but I'll try to get like the coolest stuff I can buy for that cheap, for that amount of money. So like, I'm not gonna screw you over, I'll get you something cool, but like, just that's where coins are gonna go. That's how you get coins. How you get coins are I don't really know how you get coins, but you have to continue going on. Like if we're on topic, we're talking about something, and then someone says something in a comment that just makes us laugh or whatever. Like and if you're interactive with what we're going on in here, and you say something coin worthy, you'll get a coin. If you're a guest on here and you do something like then you'll get a coin. We're not going to just hand them out just because you're here and stuff like that. You gotta bring something to earn it.
Right.
And it happens at random. Like that's how we give out coins now. But yeah. So that's what's going on with the coins. I'm gonna redesign them, and they're gonna be worth $1 each.
Nice.
Up to $20. Once you get 20 and you redeem your prize, your count goes back to 0. So there you go. And I'll be keeping a spreadsheet, keeping track of everything. So
yeah. It definitely is, Walt. I'm gonna say beard therapy coin.
Yeah. It's a beard therapy coin. That's right. Okay, so that's my announcement with the coins. If you want to, and then you can go. Yeah.
So Johnny and I are trying to think of new things, other tweaks we can do to the show for 2021. And so the two things we have were the coins that Johnny just explained, and a series I came up with called the Retrospective Series, where I am going to try and get at least one per month. A guest that has been around as long as I have in the Instagram community or longer. So that's now about 2 years. And most of those guests are going to be beard company owners. There are going to be a couple reviewers, but most of those guests are going to be beard company owners. And I know there are shows out there that talk to the beard company owner and just, have a discussion. This is called Retrospective because I want to focus on the path that company has taken from beginning to end, or from beginning to current right now, right? And it's just gonna, if you know who James Lipton was in the interviews he would do with behind the actor's studio, whatever that was, it's gonna be that kind of vibe where it's a really serious, in-depth interview, a few quirky questions here and there, but just really trying to get inside the brains and maybe even surprise the owners with the questions that I come up with and give you a slightly different take of an owner interview. So we're doing that, and I'm shooting for all as many guys that are just bringing the lumber. All right, just as many big old dudes as I can get. And I can tell you the few that have already accepted are Gary Lewis is in the chat, Chesapeake, so he's bringing the lumber. Ruddy Man is going to be next week. He's going to be our first one, so he's bringing the lumber. I am in discussions with a couple other guys that have been around that you all know and love that have both tentatively said yes. So it's about working out a time. I don't want to say totally yet, but one of them might be a pretty darn big reviewer. So big a reviewer that we might actually have to change Therapy's night to have him on the show, but he has already agreed to it. It's just a matter of finessing that time. And so hopefully that'll be fun, and we'll do like a serious hour-ish, and then we would go into Dirty 930. All right, and I hope you guys wind up digging that. So we'll see. It could be shit, at which point I'll pull the plug on it. But I think it'll be all right.
No, I think it'll be fun.
I've already got more than 30 questions for Ruddy Man. So
yeah, it's
I have that many for Gary too.
I like the idea. It's and if it doesn't work out like in the beginning, we can always like tweak it. You know what I'm saying? We never have to kill an idea. We could just keep grinding at it till it becomes the perfect wheel. You know what I mean?
Mick, it's retrospective, not retro like my Padres hat. So there's a little bit of difference. Johnny, you had one other announcement.
Oh, yeah, I can talk about it
You
now.
want to do it or no?
Yeah, we're gonna do it now. So, I've been out of work for a while, right? And kind of thinking like, what am I gonna do when I go back to work? Like, what do I want to do? I don't want to go back to education, transportation, all that stuff. I'm like that has left. That has run its course. I don't want to do that anymore. So I thought, like, what would bring me joy in life? And I was thinking about Alvin, and I was like, oh man, that was a pretty cool experience with the chipmunk and everything like that.
I don't know what he's gonna say, by the way, everyone. This is something I don't know.
So I was thinking that was a pretty cool experience. I got to take the chipmunk and nurse it back to health and everything like that. And then release it back to the wild and everything like that. So I was like, you know what? I said I would probably make a really good animal control officer, right? Like, because I have this scenario in my head. I'm like, I feel like I would do well if I were to like be the guy that you call to the house that has like a raccoon in your garage that you can't get out, and I could see me like just grabbing this raccoon by the back of its head, it screaming and flailing around, and me just throwing it into the cage or bag or whatever you do with it, and just taking it away. Like I feel like that fits me. I feel like I can do well in that. So I think I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna become an animal control officer. And you go to school for that. Like you have to take classes and everything like that. It starts in September. And I feel like it's a good fit. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Mick might have earned the first coin because he said professional chipmunk maimer. All right. And I think that is too spot on. So, Mick, DM Johnny, you got the first coin of 2021. Just like how that rolls off the tongue. Professional chipmunk maimer.
KG. My wildlife in game.
Andrew, I got to tell you, I saw this guy. They call him the Raccoon Whisperer. I don't know if the rest of you guys have seen him, but like he feeds like 40 raccoons at a time on his porch.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, it's crazy. He loves them. So
or possums or whatever.
Yeah.
Any one of these like large animals and stuff like that. If
any roadkill animal.
Yeah. So like something like that. I can see myself like doing that. Like I have a kinship with the animals. I don't have the fear. Like I'll grab one and toss it into a cage or a bag or whatever it needs to be in, not to be there anymore.
Kinship.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna kill it or anything like that. It'd be fine. Like
shit. All right. I hope I'm not going to be on your dreams. I just think if you got that job, that would be so much material for the show, dude.
Oh yeah, and I
will
will invest in the GoPro too. Like I will have video for. I have this all worked out. Like that's all is worked out.
Everyone send Johnny the vibes to get that job if you love this show, because that's just going to be a gold mine if he gets it. You all know it is. Change your name to Johnny Critter, says Rob.
Woo. Yeah, what else do they do? They go after stray dogs and cats, right? Or shit like that. Like that's what they do. I don't know if they do yet. I haven't looked into it, but I just thinking about it.
All right, Johnny. So let's talk about what we're doing. From now to 9:30ish. Okay.
Okay.
So Mick and Ryan, they have this live. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Called the Beard Society.
I try to catch it, but.
They're our first spin-off live. Here's my metaphor. We're like Happy Days, right? And Happy Days had a lot of spin-off shows, and Mick and Ryan are our first spin-off live. So they're like Laverne and Shirley, or more. I'd probably Mork and Mindy because I really like Mork and Mindy. So other people who have been long-time therapy guys, if they start a live themselves, I'm going to consider them a therapy spinoff, assuming you know that they have like the same sensibilities, etc. I was in their live, and they managed to get this guy on there in their live that was both intriguing and disturbing. And I just kind of wondered, where the heck was he in the community? And then I just started doing a little searching, and lo and behold, the dude has a YouTube channel with like 4 or 5 videos. I don't know that it's his channel, but
Really?
he has made videos that have been posted to this channel about weird topics too. We'll talk about that with him, but he's in our green room right now. Let's go ahead and bring this fella in, and we'll just have a brief chat with him. His name is Alfred.
Okay, let's bring Alfred in. There he is.
There he is, Alfred.
There he is.
Einstein. There he
is.
How are you?
How's it going?
Well, it's good, Alfred. It's very good. How are
Okay.
you doing?
So which one of y'all is? Because Brett told me that there's a Johnny Grimm's and a Barbado Joe. So which one of you's who?
I'm Johnny Grooms.
Okay. I see where he said you look like a serial killer.
Ah,
Okay.
Now, one of the things I learned about Alfred when he was in Mixed Live is our names are obviously right there, but he doesn't
I can't read.
the ability of literacy.
Oh,
No.
Literate.
Yeah, I got kicked out of kindergarten. And I never went back to school.
Yeah. That's a thing sometimes, John.
Yeah, you're supposed to play well with others, and I didn't. I'd slap the kids around or eat their paint, or I think that might have something to do with my mentality.
Yeah.
Because I ate too much glue and I drank too much of the paint.
Right.
okay.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So now I am forever curious. I think a lot of teachers are. So I'm just wanted to ask you a few questions, like, namely, to start off, how in the hell did you I see you have a really nice beard on you. And if I remember correctly, you use a rather unique style.
Bacon grease.
That's right.
Wait, what?
Bacon grease.
Bacon grease.
Yeah, I eat a lot of bacon. As you could tell, I'm a little portly,
I
a
see.
little
Yeah.
heavy shit.
All right.
So I eat a lot of meat. And I had no idea what beard products were. And I'm poor. So instead of having a towel, I just wipe it in my beard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
And I noticed that the animal fat kind of gave it some body.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well,
But
people are using emu and ostrich oil, so maybe you're right. Who knows?
I'm going to take a shot.
Oh, okay. All right. You do that. Now, is that old school moonshine? Oh, no.
No. That's my wife's hooch.
Her hooch.
It'll put some hair on your chest.
God dang. The hooch.
It's cinnamon. Well, kind of like that stuff you guys call Fireball whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she put too much cinnamon in it, and it's that kick.
Looked like you had half your head in an electric chair there for a second.
Yeah, well, it like I said, it's going to give you a little whoop.
Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it did. Yeah.
It'll make your toes go whoop.
And other projectiles that you have on attack.
wow.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
But then if you drink too much, those
Or
things-
your titty. See, I get confused as to how this thing works. I try to do one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice man boob there, brother.
Yeah,
Get a little hair on it too.
that's from the hooch.
Yeah, that's the hooch. It puts the hair on your chest.
I was bald until I was 20, and then my wife started making this stuff, and I grew hair in places I never seen hair before.
Oh my goodness.
That
Yeah,
happened.
That's what I said.
Now,
I don't need
question
that.
that I had, number one, is where are you from? And how did Mick and Ryan find you?
Okay, so I know Brett. So what happened was back in what I call the classics, and you alluded to them, are the videos that Alfred did.
Mm-hmm.
And it was during an ice storm, and I got bored.
Gotcha.
So just so you know, Brett and I live in the same town.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Now-
discussed it after the Mick and Ryan show.
Yeah.
I didn't want to divulge what Alfred was because I'm
Yeah.
not one of these, celebrity type guys. I didn't want people flocking to my house
Gotcha.
and whatever. But I said, you know what, the heck with it. If they're gonna come, they're gonna come. I'll just embrace them, give a hug, or knock their teeth out. So anyway, there was a night. There was a night. Sorry, that was funny. There was an ice storm, and I got bored. And Alfred's got a lot of stuff he's got to say.
Yeah.
And so I started doing these videos like Alfred on bestiality, Alfred
Yes.
on the dangers of sex, Alfred on personal hygiene, Alfred on what's
Masturbation.
another good one? Alien abduction and winning the lotto, because I feel that is a farce.
The lotto or alien abduction?
Both.
Really?
Well,
I
look,
think-
it's
I
only
think you
people
might have
like
been
me
referring
that
to alien abduction.
if you look in however you say that word, historic, whatever.
Mhm.
People that have been abducted by aliens
Yeah.
are like me.
Right.
What the heck is an alien going to do with me? I didn't make it past kindergarten. And if you won the lotto, you're either really poor or old and rich. So you're going to die. And the government really don't care about giving them money because they're going to kick it in a week anyway.
True.
Okay, this is rigged. It's a rigged lotto.
There you go. So, my opinion, watch the video.
Okay.
Now, from what I understand, the name is Squirrely. And I think if you talk to Brett, because he set all this up, he'll blame it on his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the name of the video stream thing, or whatever you call it, to find it on YouTube is called Buckeye Baby Brett.
Buckeye Baby Brett.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if I were doing it, that wouldn't be the name I choose. But some people have said, and I tend to agree, that maybe the wife is a cover for Brett. So, well, maybe it's a cover. I don't know. I think he's kind of weird.
Yeah.
There's something off with Brett.
Oh, something. There's not just one something. I got a list of that fucker.
Wrong pipe.
That's a mighty hooch there. That wasn't even,
Well, it went down the wrong pipe.
yeah,
so-
that's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Alfred, you just said
Yes.
you're a poor man.
What's that?
You just said you're a poor man,
Yes.
but you live in Brett's town.
Yes.
So what are your living conditions like?
Oh, hell. It's basically, I poop in an outhouse.
Okay.
And if y'all caught the last stream, apparently I need to take a dang stick with me to go to the outhouse because there's neighbor animals. And I think Brett's dog is one of them that decided to attack me while I was out there going number 2.
Wow.
And he's trying to take my britches off my feet. I
You
don't have
would
time for that.
Well, I don't blame you. That was, and we were able to hear it all because you must
Yeah,
have been.
well,
Yeah.
and Alfred tends to get a little loud on the back end. So, especially when he gets scared.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
Most
you live
people
near Brett.
scream,
You live near
Alfred just farts. If he gets nervous, he just lets it go.
Alfred, are you referring to yourself in the third person right now?
I always do. I don't know why.
Because that tends to
Get
be
the
a
hell.
celebrity thing, and you just said you weren't no celebrity or anything.
I'm not.
Okay. So you don't read. You are impoverished enough that you're using an outhouse.
Yeah.
You live near Brett, which now makes me wonder about where the hell Brett lives. Okay.
Right.
I don't want to be a jerk. But
Be who you are, Joe. Alfred likes everybody, so
I don't want to be a jerk, but I would be remiss, and I have people in this chat who said, Joe, you're not going to ask the question? The teeth, Alfred.
What
teeth.
about it?
Well,
I'm
hygiene habits, or what explains them?
okay. Well, Brett did something really nice. If you caught the Mac and Ryan stream, there is a gap.
Yeah,
There's a huge gap. Like you could stick a finger in there.
yeah.
Like my whole spiel. What?
Looks like you got more now since then.
Well, okay. So back before about a week ago, my theme song was "All I Want for Christmas Is My Giant Front Tooth." Well, Brett went and got it fixed for me. So there's a tooth there. Now the dentist jacked it up. He still put a space, but it's not as big as it was before. He just shoved the tooth right.
Yeah.
The tooth right up in there.
Yeah.
I still don't get that. I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's left is right, right is left.
Yeah.
You know.
And I can't read anyway. So anyway.
Brett paid for that dental.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
That's a nice guy. So you and Brett have now. It's so funny that Brett has.
We're tight. We're like this.
That's very, very tight.
Yeah,
that's pretty tight.
have little contact with him as possible. He came over and he said, "Excuse me, that some of my buddies want to have you on their next live, so we're gonna fix that hole in your teeth." And I was like, "Dude, man, come on! I'm securing my stuff." But he was adamant. I went to the dentist reluctantly, drank a bunch of my wife's hooch, sat in a dentist chair, and he shoved a tooth up in there.
Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it was cheap too because he didn't have to. I was so drunk that he didn't have to put any Novocaine in me. So I don't know.
That's good. Yeah, I will. Yeah, Brett might be a little tight-fisted, so he might have to work that out with the dentist.
Well, yeah, I think
Got a young boy, you know.
I think that has to do with a lot of reasons. But yeah.
Johnny,
I don't think he runs the show over there.
Oh well, how many of us really do, right? How many of us really?
Oh
do?
no. Some claim to.
Well, right, yeah, you got to.
I know for a fact his butt does not run squat.
Do you watch him and his wife in the bedroom?
No, I've seen his wife, but she's scary.
Oh, well,
she went off on him one day, and I just took off. I went the other way. I was just going to ask a question, and I heard her, "Get over there!"
Oh, my.
That happened to me today. I was in my bedroom. And,
so it ain't just him.
Huh?
So it ain't just him.
No.
Okay.
I was in my bedroom today, and my wife was getting her lunch ready, and I didn't even leave the bedroom, and I got yelled at. Like I wasn't even in the room, and I got yelled at. I don't know how. All I heard was I heard my name, and I heard some screaming, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay right in my room. But I got yelled at without being in the room. I didn't even do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how I got blamed for something.
Johnny, Disney Beardsman wanted you to ask Alfred the poop ice cream question.
Oh crap. Okay, so
literally.
Right. Okay, would you rather eat poop flavored ice cream?
Neither.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You said poop ice cream. I don't want nothing to do with poop.
Okay, but I have a gun to your head, so you have to choose one, or else you're going to die.
Yeah.
Well, if you put it that way.
So, gun to your head. Poop flavored ice cream, or poop that's flavored like vanilla ice cream.
Poop flavored ice cream.
You're not eating the poop.
Won't eat
nope.
Poop.
Okay. Nope.
Look at that. See, that's the answer. That's why.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's the answer.
Look at this guy. Do you think he's a straight?
Exactly.
Yeah. Who are you talking to there?
That was my wife.
Oh, you're what? The one with the hooch?
My wife, yes. The one that made the homemade hooch that makes me look like I've been electrocuted.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I keep telling her not so much cinnamon.
Oh yeah,
But-
cinnamon. Yeah.
Maybe she
I'm
can't
telling
read
you,
like
I
you.
was 20 years old and I was bald. God made me bald.
Yeah.
I grew the beard.
Uh-huh.
I have to shave my head, and I got hair in places I didn't think grew.
Huh.
I look like a bear or Brett told me I look like Chewbacca. I don't know what that means,
Yeah.
but he said I look like Chewbacca,
Yeah.
and how he knows like what I look like naked. That's where I was kind of like, nah.
Well, Brett was in the service. He's probably seen a lot of men in a lot of compromising positions.
Well, that might explain something.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know what happens in the service, boys.
Yeah.
You've seen combat, boy.
Hey,
Now,
I
you
don't
do-
ask, and he didn't tell.
Well, that's probably the best. That's probably the best, Alfred. Now, Alfred, you do realize, do you know what a cooch is, Alfred?
No.
Okay. A cooch is a slang term for a woman's private part.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
so when
Whoa.
you say mooch and cooch, you got to be careful because sometimes you could, if you don't make that sound just right, people might hear that wrong. And holy cow!
Yeah, I was
Well,
thinking the same
Alfred
thing. I was
loves
like, that's pretty
both.
close.
I
Alfred,
love both.
oh, you love both.
I love both.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Who doesn't like a little coochie? Is that how you say it?
That is another way to say
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see,
Okay.
see, I like this show because I'm learning as I'm going.
Well, that's great. I'm a teacher, Alfred, and so I like to see that you're learning.
I've learned more in however long I've been on
Yeah.
than I did in kindergarten.
Well, you didn't last very long in kindergarten, now did you? So
No.
that doesn't surprise.
It's not saying much.
Now what the hell are you drinking, Alfred? You're poor, but you sure got enough money for liquor.
Brett bought me some liquor.
Oh,
I
Brett,
think he's trying to butter me up for something.
well, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, holy cow, he's paying for teeth. He's buying you liquor.
Wow.
I told you I'm poor.
Yeah, you're poor.
Whoa.
I guess.
Whoa. Wow, my wife just said Brett's sleeping with my wife.
Oh,
That's why he's buttering you up there.
Yes, he can take that hooch. You know where you can stick that hooch? Woman.
do you think he might be wanting? Like, is this like the? I'm trying to use an e term for you here, Alfred. Could this be his way of wanting to do a wife swap?
He ain't gonna want to see Alfred's wife.
You never know what. Hey,
No.
really?
My moo always said,
Your
if
moo.
you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself and tell others later.
Okay, sounds like good advice. Good sound advice.
Yeah.
But what's a moo?
Okay. So my moo is
Yeah.
my grandma.
Oh, okay.
My grandma, when I was about 6, 7, she came downstairs to whoop my butt
Yeah.
with a rolled up newspaper and was wearing a white nightgown with black spots on it.
Oh.
And I said, holy cow! And she looked like a cow. And the name Moo Moo stuck. So grandma is Moo Moo. So when I say my wife, okay, my grandma was a big woman. Have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
You know, I have. I like that movie.
Okay, you know the lady that couldn't get out of bed?
Oh yes. Oh
yeah, it's his mom.
My Moo Moo made her look like a runway model.
Oh really?
Oh God, yes.
That's a big woman.
When she died, it was a town effort to get her out of the house. And then the hole we dug,
Yeah.
holy good moly, they could have built another house on that hole. That's how big this lady is.
Wow.
My wife, she's close to it.
Oh yeah.
So Brett ain't gonna want to. No.
So this makes me
It takes
wonder.
It takes a special man.
Yeah. You're like part mountain climber, because if she's that big, it's kind of like Woody Woodpecker.
Oh my God.
So it makes me wonder about, when you produce something for YouTube, we call it content. And it makes me wonder, you're talking about sex with animals and you're talking about masturbation and stuff. So it makes me wonder that maybe
What's that?
Masturbation. Well, you did a video on it. That's self-love.
No,
Self-love.
Oh, okay. Self-love. Okay,
Self-love.
we got it. I didn't know the term.
I like that.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Yeah, someone
Maybe
must,
I did. It was
yeah.
so
Well,
long
someone
ago.
who labeled the video for you, probably.
Okay.
That you talk, but someone I had to upload it. I know you don't know how to work a computer. Right?
No.
Yeah.
I barely know how to do this thing.
Yeah, I can see that. But
Yeah.
hey, you've done two now, so you're getting better. So again, why are you now, like, aside from the fact you have a beard, why are you kind of part of the beard community? Why are you popping up? Like, how did it? I don't know that we ever answered the Mick Ryan question. How they found you?
Brett.
Just Brett. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If
But
it's that simple. All right.
the overall picture is I'm bored.
Oh, now we're getting
I'm years old.
right.
And I've been doing the farming and animal thing for so long. I'm done. I need to do something else.
Hold on.
So-
We have a listener that wants to. Can you say the channel again?
Oh God. Who is it?
It's Sober Chef Eric.
Oh. Buckeye
Do you know him?
Baby Brett.
Buckeye. If you couldn't understand it through that Lego mouth, Buckeye.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
sorry. Brett likes Legos. Buckeye Baby Brett.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So-
one word.
All right. So that's your YouTube channel, correct? His.
His.
Okay.
His.
He just posted a few interviews with Alfred on it.
Okay.
He recorded it and then posted it, and I was like the face of it.
Yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing, though. He said some educator out in California
Yeah.
contacted him about using the personal hygiene video in one of his third grade classes, because apparently some of his kids were a little, and he thought my video was overly in depth enough that they would have got it. Made me mad because I didn't see any royalties from it.
Well, yeah. I told you as a teacher, I have heard stories of physical ed teachers that have literally had to walk a student into the shower with a bar of soap to make sure they washed.
Well,
because they just were not taking care of their hygiene at home because they had a horrible home life. So when you're talking about some third graders that maybe don't know what's going on, I know that that's the case.
Well, but if they watch Alfred, because I mean, like we said, I can't read. If they watch Alfred, it would walk them through the entire process.
I liked the masturbation video myself.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, the self-love one.
Did it give you some pointers?
I'm pretty adept, but I just like your take on it, your perspective.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I have an idea, right?
Uh-oh.
You have been styling your beard with bacon grease, correct? Right? Like
right.
Bacon. What if we bottled that and we sold it?
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd be selling bacon grease.
Yeah, we could sell it 1 ounce.
What are you going to call it?
Pig sweat.
Really?
Oh,
we have to workshop
That's good,
the name.
but it ain't sweat.
Pearls before swine.
We can workshop the name, but I feel like there is a business opportunity here who people who like the smell of bacon but also like to put animal fat and stuff in their beard, because the ostrich oil, the emu oil, like it's a wave that's happening in beard care. So
Pig
why
bag.
not? Why not use bacon grease? You could smell like bacon all day.
And there are a few scents out there that have a bacon scent in them.
So this is what I want to do. From now on, whenever I film a review, I want Alfred's Bacon Grease Beard Oil to be the official sponsor for the Johnny Grooms channel. So every time I do a review, I can say that this review has been sponsored by Alfred's Bacon Grease Beard Oil.
Okay.
And I'll drop the website, and we can make it work, and we can sell it. And all I ask is for 1% of every beard oil bottle sold. Just
I'll
for
talk to Brett.
for
We'll
the
see
channel.
what we can do about
Yeah,
that.
we'll work that out. I'll start tomorrow. The next review,
I'll
I'll
have
film it,
contact
and
you.
yeah, we're gonna work this out. We're gonna make this happen.
Okay.
Johnny's an entrepreneur.
I like this. This is a good idea. I have a good feeling about this. I've been looking for a sponsor for my channel. You know that? I have been, and I've reached out to a few people.
Yeah.
Legit beard companies.
Yeah.
Looking for an official sponsor for every video.
Yeah.
And just to plug their their company and all that stuff, and help businesses grow. But nobody's taking me up on it. So like I feel like, Alfred, you're in a unique opportunity space here that we can both make some stuff happen.
What the hell was that, Alfred?
Raising the roof.
You were raising the roof.
I like it. I like the idea.
I'm fast.
I'm writing it down in my beard
I do have a
brand
radio.
planner.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you had electricity. You're shitting in a wooden box, so I wasn't sure that electricity was a thing in your end of the woods.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
I'm resourceful.
Yeah.
So I may not pay for it, but I got it.
Oh, so you're like one of them cable stealers, only with electric. All right.
Here we go.
All right. So we've got about 10 or so minutes left, Alfred, and then we change into something else on the show called Dirty 930.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Is
That's
it unclean?
Well, in an idea and word sense, yes. We delve into topics a little more grown up, a little more.
Woo! I'm
Oh
down.
yeah. That's
Okay.
a double woo. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh. Are those your dogs, or are they
Yes.
food later?
Knock it off. Oh, zip it.
Yeah. Well, what's its name?
Nala.
Dala.
Nala.
Nala.
Like the dog or like the lion from Lion King.
Oh, Nala. No.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that a Kansas accent? Because I know Brett is living in Kansas, or is that an accent from somewhere else?
It's a redneck accent.
Oh, it's a redneck accent.
So yeah, I'm
Easy.
excited. I'm excited about this this cross promotion sponsorship deal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I really am. It's gonna be a good thing.
The hounds are coming for Alfred. All right. Oh boy. Oh Alfred is quite the laugher.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
All
haven't
right.
done this much laughing in a long time.
Well, considering the size of your wife and your living conditions, I could probably understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick,
Uh-huh.
Alfred's got to poop.
Oh, well. There you have it.
So I'm going to go to the bathroom.
All right. You do that.
Oh, you're taking us with you?
Yeah. He did this once on the Mick and Ryan show. Actually, twice. Oh, okay. So he's just, he's got to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So
In the chat, someone asked me what I was drinking, and I'm drinking fried ice cream stout beer.
hmm.
And it tastes really good. It's dark.
Shut up, Al!
It tastes really good.
Leave me alone! Oh God.
I like it. Alfred goes to the bathroom. Is there a raccoon out there with you?
Are you blowing your nose?
Lord Jesus, help me. Dang cats.
Oh, it's a cat, not a raccoon. My bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. A lot of life on that, huh?
What is that whistling?
That might be his shutting.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Or an owl's living in the outhouse.
Oh, he's going to an outhouse.
Yeah. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have plumbing. He has electricity.
Oh, that
He
explains.
feels, but he doesn't have plumbing.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
electricity you can get from your neighbor if you run a long enough extension cord.
I think we should tell Brett because I think Brett,
Yeah.
might be getting stolen from.
You get that 100-foot cord, then you get another 100-foot cord, and you're pretty much hooked up with electricity.
You sound way too versed in this, Johnny.
Hey. You know what? When Sandy hit, we had to find ways to power our fridge. So
yeah, I forgot about Sandy. Yes.
Oh, yeah. We were out of power for I think it was 4 days. Yeah, it was bad.
Just think Puerto Rico still is out of power.
Is it still?
I don't know. I was thinking a
I don't think
dark
so.
humor joke.
I haven't visited my house over there in a very long time. You know about that? I haven't talked about that. I have a house in Puerto Rico. And the backyard is the beach. It's amazing.
So we have cats and out.
So besides Alfred wearing bacon grease, what's in beard, everyone?
Yeah.
Today I have in Command and Conquer today.
I've got some coupon on my Chesapeake.
Because I just got it. I said, let me slap it in.
Yeah.
It smells really good. I like it a lot. I like this fragrance. And it's Vitality, so pretty much anything in Vitality. Unless
Dogs are coming.
unless there's like a poop scented Vitality, I would wear any scent.
Oh. Well, Disney, he's on the toilet right now. Well, not the toilet, sorry. He's in the outhouse right now.
Wow, there was I got a few Captain
Turkey
Stash.
out there with him or chicken?
BHS Night Pirate, all right. Captain, I think we're gonna have Captain Stash as a guest.
We are actually. He's next week, and then I think Ruddy's the week after. Now that you said that, Johnny, I'll double check my calendar.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to having Captain Stash in here because I love his.
Woo.
You okay?
I'm fine now.
You feel lighter?
Well, I had to take care of a cat and kill an owl.
It was an owl. See, Johnny,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
we were wondering.
Interesting. Wow.
Now, Stash is the 20th and Ruddy is next week. Yeah.
Bar said, wash your hands.
Yeah, heaven knows you don't have a freaking sink out there. Okay. Is that more of the hooch?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh, that
Literally.
Yeah. Oh man. Bacon grease there too.
Yep.
Helps it come out easier.
Straight bacon.
Whew. All right, Alfred. Well, poop flavored hooch or hooch flavored poop. That's a good
Both.
both, he says. Both. And he did. He washed his hands with his tongue. Clint said he just washed his hands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
how he did it. Yeah, the hands are clean now. That's right.
They are clean. So Alfred, we actually had Brett scheduled to come on here in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna give you a chance to say Anything you want to, in case you should pop up again on, like, I wouldn't know why, but in case you should pop up on someone else's live stream.
What?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you fit into the beard community, dude. You use bacon fat for your beard.
Because I didn't know and I'm poor.
Well, okay. Yeah, make me into the bad guy. Okay, well, let me tell you something here, all right? You don't use bacon fat. And if you're poor...
Why not? You said emo and ostrich are being used. Why not pig fat?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Sorry, you and Johnny have a venture.
But are you not racist, but
species?
Are you have something against pigs?
Yeah. No, and actually, I love bacon. I just think it would be a pretty good smell after a while in your beard.
Well, when you've been doing it for so long,
Yeah,
you get used to it after a while.
Yeah, I can imagine when it gets hot outside, the heat makes that smell come out, and
that might be why the animals attack.
Maybe
I would think so. I would definitely think so.
Because I heard a funny thing that if you eat a lot of garlic, like you have a funny smell about you.
Sure.
That might be why. If I'm eating a lot of bacon fat, I have a lot of animals that attack me.
Ron, one of our buddies, Ron.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly, one of our buddies, Copper Johns, Tyson says, it's like I can't stop watching. It's disturbing, yet I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
Okay? And then another one of our buddies, Ron, wants to know if you pierce taint for a living. Now, do you know what a taint is?
See, that's the thing. I did not, but on the Mick and Ryan live, they told me what the taint was, and apparently it's that spot between your booty hole and your sack.
Right, very good, yes.
And I'm all about it. I tickle my own, and there's a lot to tickle. And when I tickle the wives, whoop, that's what her feet do. Whoop.
Oh, that's what her feet do. Okay.
No, not her teeth. Her feet.
Her feet. Yeah.
Her
feet. Is it a lot of work to access your wife's taint?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's a whole. We have to prepare. Like there's a whole. Like you would prepare for a class for your students.
Yes.
I have to do days in advance.
Oh, so this has got to be pre-planned. It can't be like spontaneous.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, it can be spontaneous.
Okay.
But that's where the self-love time comes in, because you got to prepare for it. Mm-hmm. So I might be excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
no, I don't.
You can't do it right away.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? See, Alfred doesn't swear.
Oh, here we go.
Because I was beaten senselessly by my moo-moo.
Oh.
And she beat the swearing out of me.
That is a big woman. What did she know how to lasso you? I mean, how the hell did she move to get you?
No, she hit me with the rolled up newspaper, but it felt like she was playing Major League Baseball.
But she was such a large woman. How did she catch you? The woman in Gilbert Grape couldn't get off the couch.
Well, neither did she, but I would play right next to her. And look at me, I'm fat too.
Well,
it's not like I got up and ran very fast.
I didn't know you were a fat kid. I didn't know you were like a little ball. Oh, I'm sorry.
You should see my chair. When I sit down, my chair's like, oh, God dang.
That's about the only noise.
Sit on people's laps.
Yeah, well, I think you can sit on your wife's lap, okay?
We don't.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Okay.
Okay, all right. All right.
Improvise.
Well, yeah. One has to when you're working with size mismatch.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's like my wife. Whenever we are together in intimate ways, it's like a walrus screwing a seagull. There's just a lot of size difference there, and sometimes things do not work easily. All right, and you know who the walrus is. So all right,
Your wife?
oh God, no. God, no. All right, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed the stylings of Alfred Einstein. He does have 4 videos. He looks quite a bit different. His beard isn't nearly as long. His dentistry is similar but different. And he does. They're not long. They're like 4, 5, 6 minutes. And it's I said interview earlier. It isn't an interview. It's more the musings of Alfred on a particular topic.
Right.
That's more accurate. So. Alfred, I want to thank you for stealing Brett's internet and coming on here. And I hope everything.
Anytime I can steal his internet.
I figure. And if you could let Brett know, since we're kind of busy running a show, if you could let Brett know when he's ready to come on to let Johnny know so we can let him in, that would be great.
Apparently, I could just probably go to his bedroom. Because you know what
you are
we
gonna
heard earlier that, yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'll just let him know that you guys are waiting for him.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Alfred. Pleasure having you. Take care.
That was an experience.
That was a fucking experience, dude.
That was a very bizarre experience.
That was a bizarre fucking experience. For damn.
Oh, shit. My Jesus. You got my asthma.
Yeah. Your asthma. he acted up your asthma.
My little baby inhaler.
That's a little banger. Oh, all right. So that got us rolling.
Jeez.
I think the only where we can go from here in 2021, Johnny, I think is up. Right?
Yeah. We kind of really scraped the bottom of the barrel there.
Yeah.
Yes. We were like, just
see how we did it? We set ourselves up for success. That's how you do it, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't overachieve at first. You underachieve so that you can work your way up the ladder.
Yeah, that way every show after this is gonna look like roses.
Fuck. Just imagine the numbers. If we kept an audience through that, holy hell.
Yeah, well, we still got 30 people up in here.
30 people. Man, oh man.
That was great.
Those are some masochists then.
Oh my god.
Like it's Hey, a quick shout out to Sober Chef Eric, okay? So 2 of our cooking knives, prepping knives, just disappeared. Our kitchen knives, right? And I'm like, hey, wait a second. And I went to go prep some celery for the dish I made on Christmas, and I had to do it with inferior prepping knives. And I'm like, I know a chef or 2. So since Eric and I are real close, we do the live. I'm like, Eric, could you help me out? And he set me up, got me a couple knives, showed me what to get that wouldn't break the bank, that are good knives. And and now I'm going to get honing steel, which I never had before, and a better sharpener, because the sharpener I had was pretty basic. Because when we get into this new house and we have a big kitchen, I plan on doing a little bit more cooking, which means more prepping, et cetera, et cetera. So hopefully I'm going to be a honing fool and a sharpening fool.
You better bring the culinary arts.
Oh yeah,
over here.
Who are our personal? That's a great question, Rob. Who are our personal favorite guests of 2020?
Oh man,
that'd be good to do a little 2020 reflection. That is tough. I have moments, Rob, but I can't remember. It's like I would have to go in and look at all the damn thumbnails.
Yeah, you know what? Like I let's just be real.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on beer therapy, I have a few drinks. So the memory of past beer therapies are a little hazy, unless something significant happened, and Joe reminds me. I won't really remember. I remember we had some really awesome times, especially when we had musical guests and all that stuff. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't narrow it down to favorite guests or anything like that. I can definitely narrow down some of the worst guests.
Yeah, so can I.
That's easy.
Quick. So here's the question: do we just make enemies at the get-go, or do we hold on to it for another year?
Yeah, we're good.
Last show, you can find out the worst therapy guest when we do the last show. We'll spill the beans on all, because by that point, Johnny and I won't give a fuck. So how about some moments, Rob? Here, let me give you some moments from 2020, and then maybe Johnny will have different ones. So some moments, really. First one I can think of course, is Ruddy doing that Civil War song live acoustic.
That was awesome.
As much as I love Jimmy's music, and I told him this when I was watching his last concert, and he did it. I don't like it with all the other instrumentation. I like it just him and the acoustic. It's fine with the other instruments in it, but there's something a little more haunting and a little more. It plays at an emotional mood that's a bit different when it's just him and the acoustic. If any of you want to hear that rendition, that's like our second, third, fourth show. It's very early. It's him and Tyson Faithfully Bearded. If you want to go to the channel, it's going to be in like the first 5 thumbnails. That was a great moment. Cedric's wife raping him on air. That was a great moment. That was a great moment.
That was hilarious. That was definitely
one of the more recent great moments. When King Ginger was just hanging out and Rob Acker was, dropping fire. Actually, the whole chat was dropping fire that night, but Rob Acker had into the volcano and dropped some lava while everyone else was dropping fire, because I laughed. That's the hardest I've ever laughed multiple times. That was a good memory for me. Any you can think of, Johnny?
It's not fair because I can look at every past episode really quickly and just embryo. Let's see the one with Mick and Ryan. I know that's a little more recent. Not really.
Yeah,
that was a really good one.
That was a fun one too. The episodes that like we had a lot of owners on here, and just the discussions we get into, I dig them all, but one doesn't necessarily stand out more than the other as far as, well, they're in the negative way. There's been, maybe some of those owners that we've had on here that I'm like, oh, I remember that. But for the most part, I've dug every conversation, because we get to know guys like Papa John and Chronic and Chesapeake, even though we had him on before, but we had him on again, and Ruddy. And, it's just always great just to know the guys, besides the company, which is fun, but the guys. That's always good.
There are some.
Oh, you know what else I loved? When Adam, since he's in here tonight, when the Barden gave us that theme song for our anniversary show.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That was amazing. Actually, I liked the whole anniversary show, too, because we rolled those guests through. That was fun. That was fun, too. And the Honest Ape episode was fun as well.
Wow, we had so many copyright claims. Now that I'm looking at it, there were so many copyright claims.
Oh, that's funny.
And two shows that were just like completely just removed. Totally removed. 1 5-hour live removed.
Oh, Sober Chef Eric, yeah. Brett Berlin's story of fucking just horrible proportions, then followed by Eric's Inside Out Nuts story. Those were just killers. Those were, oh my God, but great moments. Not saying they were bad, great moments. The feud with McMahon over the fucking cow in the animal cracker.
Oh,
was fun.
That was good.
That was fun too. They're just kind of coming to me. And you guys in the audience that have been with us enough times, any favorite moments that you guys had being in here as we look back at 2020, getting ready to move forward?
I liked our auction. I know it's still 20.
Oh, the auction, yeah.
The auction one was good. I like when we do like specials like that.
That's the honestly, if she was butchered to hell. Joe's back milking was.
Oh, that was awful.
Carrie like.
I have to say, like, one of the best was Clever Beard. The very first Clever Beard.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was awesome. That was definitely a highlight for me. That was just a great live. Like just hanging out with those guys.
I like that they both got lit enough that the other owner, not Ryan, that kind of peer pressured him into showing us his sleeping wife.
I know. I felt so bad. Like I was like, oh my God, this poor woman, this poor lady. All she's trying to do is sleep, and we're over here just making. Oh God, it's bad.
Rob Brandon, Tate Talk. Yes, of course, Rob. That feud has not died. No, it's simmering. It's simmering. Circus cows for life. Yeah, James Pershing is definitely on the McMahon bandwagon for that one. For show. For show.
There's no circus cows in the animal cracker box. Like there's no, it's not in the circus box. It's in the farm box.
Anniversary show is legit. I'm just going back. So, it's just a scrolling. Oh, you didn't suck, Tyson. You were good, man. I was best guess to not be on. You know you were on. Or were you on? You were on in 2020. There's no way you were on in late 2019, although you might have been on in late 2019.
I
No, Chris, you were good too. You were a great
I gotta
guy.
start like putting people in the title.
Yeah.
Like Beer Therapy and Who's the Guest.
Yeah. I bust Johnny's chops.
There's so many.
If you look at the early shows, Johnny was so into it. Like they've got titles. He comes up with like the little clever theme kind of thing of who's going to be on the show. And then at some point, Johnny just said, nah, fuck it. Beer therapy.
Just Beer Therapy, every single one.
And then we get,
Because I'm looking at it now, I'm like, shit, who was on that night? I have nothing in the description. The thumbnail is exactly the same. Like, oh man.
We had a couple female. Oh, that wasn't this year, but that was the year before. That was actually 19. I was gonna say we had the female guests.
Yeah, we're due for another female guest. Who in the female in the community is the female that we could have on? I think just Whiskey and Heart. We haven't had Whiskey and Hardtack, right?
No.
So she would be the next. She would be like the legit next female company owner to have on. Is Holly?
Okay.
So
I don't know her that well, so you would have to say. Beard Bushido.
She was supposed to be on. Something happened with scheduling. She was supposed to be on.
I think she went on Dance or something. Beard Bushido. If you're talking the Mother's frosted ones, those are hands down some of the best cookies out there. I do not like an unfrosted animal cookie. They're too bland. But the frosted pink and white ones with the little dots, those are heaven. Brett, how is Alfred? As you could imagine, since you're his neighbor and he's stealing like half of your utilities off of you, he was there. He was a good guest, though. We had a couple good laughs.
I almost died.
And he's got quite a outhouse repertoire, menagerie, something out there.
Something. My opinion on this beer, real quick, while I have it. This
good.
fried ice cream. Yeah. The fried ice cream beer. It is good. It's 10% alcohol by volume, which is pretty high.
Oh, that packs a nice little punch for a beer.
But like, it's not something that you can drink quickly. You definitely have to. I mean, we've been the whole show an hour, and I still haven't gone through one. It's just not something that I would like knock back. It's not like a Corona or Miller Lite where you could just keep knocking them back. This is like you have to take your time with.
Well, at 10%, Johnny, you're like up in the Imperial Stout range.
That's what this is. Yeah, it's an Imperial Stout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wine is 12. So at 10%, to me, that's when you really can actually taste the alcohol and it slows you down. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, like you definitely can't just knock this back.
Yeah.
But it's very tasty. Like I feel like this would go very well with like a nice chocolate cake.
Yeah, a dessert kind of beer. Yeah.
This. Yeah. But
I haven't bought beer since COVID started. That was the last time I had beer. Was like, in fact, there was a Beard Therapy, and we went long, and it was the last night my wife was going to let me do anything. So I ran up to our local Sheetz and just bought 2 6-packs and came back, and we were doing like an after dark, and that's the last time I had beer. So we're talking March, I think. With Cherry Moon. Ooh, Pete White. That actually sounds really good. Cherry Moonshine. That's okay, Irish Whisker. You're good, brother. Gary, I got it too. South Dakota. You wish, Tyson. It's San Diego, brother. I don't think Dan's wife is ready for all this jelly. Dan's wife. Talking Dan C?
No.
Oh, Mick. Yeah, the Frosted Cow Circus animal crackers are king. You're new, brother. Good to have you on. Hopefully you stick around.
Unfortunately, this is his first one. So he came in. He said it. I saw his comment like way back. He was like, "This is my first Beer Therapy," and I was like, "Oh God." Of
Well,
all the beer therapies you could have came into, this is the first one. Like,
well, to be fair, Johnny, he could have come in on the decapitation one. He
Yeah.
could have come in on the cyst milking one.
yeah,
I think there are many worse beard therapies for a first experience. Is like, what the fuck is going on here? He
yeah.
could have come into any random Dirty 930 when you or I both are on the sauce, which are always the best Dirty 930s, by the way. But
Yeah.
you know, he could have come in during Sober Chef Eric's inverted nut story, nut blowout like a tire.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How about that?
Eric Beard Bushido,
Yeah, it's his first beer therapy. So
female on
you
the
kind of
show.
got you kind of
Okay.
you baptized him baptism on the fire there real quick. You know,
Yeah, no doubt.
he came through with that. Yeah.
So I have right now, Johnny. I have some unopened bearded coats. These are all auction wins of one variety or another. I have some unopened. I'm sorry, they're not all auction wins. I have some unopened bearded coats. I've got some horned toad that's sitting in Pennsylvania and has been for almost 4 weeks now. That hasn't gotten me. Remember the auction you said that we did on our channel? I won it that night. I ordered it that night.
Wow.
So, and he sent it quickly. It's not on him. It's just sitting.
Wow.
It's sitting.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I've got Captain Stash changed their carrier base, which isn't as big a deal for me, but he had a couple cents I wanted to get anyway, so I got some more Captain Stash, and I have our boys Beard Mana, former guests as well. Now I think I only bought one oil, but I've got 2 things here from Chad Shermer, so I'm wondering if he sent me one just to be nicer. I don't know. But yeah, I want to unbox that new one and smell it. So I hope it's this envelope.
That drunk waffle, man. It actually goes good with this fried ice cream beer right here. The smell and
Ooh. This is if you're a geek, and that's like probably me and Johnny and maybe one other of you. This is what we call a dice bag.
Exactly. Yeah. I was about to say.
A dice bag.
That's where you put your Dungeons and Dragon dice.
That's right. Oh, I picked the right one. Good. So this is the smoke and mirrors or whatever. I think Gary Lewis just got this one too. Gary Lewis isn't a fan of too many company stuff, but he's always spoken highly of Beard Mana. And even though they're a little itty bitty company run by 2 dudes, one in Indiana, one in Ohio, who literally meet on weekends to do Beard Mana stuff, they produce some nice stuff. All right, so this is smoked. Let me make sure I get this right. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, yeah.
There it is. Okay. And the profile, there you see it. Sweet tobacco, birch, musk, and vanilla.
Birchwood, muskwood, and vanilla.
And they changed their. They used to have grapeseed, so they changed their carrier base. They added moringa. And try and get that a little closer. I know moringa is new. I don't know that anything else is. They got rid of grape. I'm gonna tell you, man. Fucking Ryan and Nick are like the Butch and the Sundance Kid of the grapeseed, dude. They're like we will have no grapeseed, and everyone else is like, you know what? I don't like grapeseed too. And now it's become this like anti-grapeseed movement in the community, and these owners are listening. I've seen a number of owners have just gone, "Oh, I've got grapeseed. Get the hell out of there."
So this is what they used to have. They used to have, since I'm by myself, they used to have grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba castor, hemp seed oil, and fragrance. And now they have apricot kernel oil. I can't read it. It starts with an S. Then they have almond, jojoba, moringa, castor, hemp seed. Castor and hemp seed oil. So they got rid of the grapeseed and they put apricot kernel oil in. What is that second one? It starts with an S. It's blurry on my screen.
The second one is that's a good damn question. Sweet almond? Well, why would it be sweet?
Yep,
sweet almond. Sweet almond.
Sweet almond. So
and jojoba.
Okay, so they added the moringa and they swapped out apricot kernel from grapeseed. So yeah, that's all right. Cool. I have to get their new blend because I have their old blend. I have 2 bottles of their old blend. So
oh shit, yeah. Scott's in here. Scott, and hey, Kyle and Joe, good to see you, cousins. Although we always know it's fucking Joe. Can we just stop with the cousins bullshit? We know it's Joe. Well, we had Kyle and Joe on here. Kyle's like, Instagram, beep, and he lets Joe do it all. Let's be honest here. Enough with the cousins. Just say, hey, Joe. And when it's Kyle, if you're actually wrong, that will be rare. All right? All right, so let's pop this bad boy and see what happens. All right. All right, Scott, you know I'm going to be honest if I don't like it, although I have two of your scents and I like them both. Let's see what we got there. And the profile sounds good.
Yeah, I really like it.
Totally went a different way than I thought. Do you have this too, Johnny, the Smoke and Mirrors?
No, I'm smelling drunk waffle because it's the one I have.
Wow.
Oh, smells good.
I am super surprised at what I was anticipating it to be. You see that tobacco, you see that vanilla, at least my mind, even though it said sweet tobacco, my mind was like, whoop, this is how it's going to smell. Nothing like that. This is kind of like a fresher, almost like a rich smell to it. I'm going to say out of the bottle, I'm giving it like right around a 7, Scott, but I definitely want to put this in beard. I think I'm just flabbergasted by what I was expecting and what I got. I'll tell you this. I haven't smelled this scent before. This is freaking unique. This is going in my beard today or tomorrow or Friday, Scott. I like it. I like it. I think I've got to just give it a day or two to go, all right, dummy. It's not what you thought it was. Now wear it and give a good Joe, it's nicer than you think. I really like the out of bottle. Okay, cool. Cool.
See, you do this to me too much because like you'll get an oil, you'll smell it, and like you'll have your reaction. I'm like, fuck, I gotta buy it now. This is the Barbados Joe effect. If y'all don't know, he's got me a few times with this already.
As long as you've enjoyed it, and I hate defaulting to this because I just think it's such a cop-out term that we as beard sniffers sometimes use when we can't describe something. But I'm going to cop out to it. It's a slightly cologne vibe, ever so slightly. I don't want you to think it's a cologne scent, but it's kind of living in that family.
Okay.
I'm liking it more the more I smell it too. The more I've gotten used to, okay, it's not what I was originally thinking. I'm liking it more. And I think I'm getting, let me look at the scent profile. I think more than anything, I'm getting that birch and musk. The vanilla has got to be way back. And maybe depending on what tobacco they use, because they're calling it sweet tobacco, that might be in the mix, but I'm getting those two woods, that birch wood and that musk wood. But that doesn't mean it smells woody. It doesn't smell woody. It's unique. Never smelled anything like it. Scott and the absent Chad, well done. Robust and masculine, we say it is. Those are two great adjectives. Robust and masculine. I'm spot on with what
robust and masculine. All right.
Yep.
God, it's like I don't need another beard oil. Shit, yeah. But you know what? Stimmy did come through, so I can spare the extra scratch.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Stimulus just came in, baby. Joe, the other one was a gift from Joe. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Joey Hookham was so hot on this scent, he sent me a Beard Mana scent. I forgot he did that.
Okay.
Good old Joey Hookham.
Nice.
Good old Joey Hookham. Awesome. I'm not going to do that one live, Scott, unless we're really hurting, which we may be. It's only 9:48. Do you want to drop a link or do you want to just fly solo and just come up with some topics, JG? Because you know I'm good for a topic or two now that we're in the Dirty 930 a little bit. Dirty 930.
Yeah, I recently reminded myself why I have slowed down on reviews.
Oh, that's right. I heard you make that comment. Yeah,
because like I was in my feed. I started seeing more and more like companies that make beard products for people who want to start their own companies. And it's not just Beard Care Club. I know we joked around with Beard Care Club and went through a whole thing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now I see like other companies doing that, and I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to. If I'm going to review for a company, what I'm going to do is I'm going to question them, of course, ask them if they make their own stuff, if they put that, they put that time and attention and into their product and they're making it themselves rather than them buying it and doing a name slap, because that's basically what it is. It's a name slap. You're buying, X amount of bottles of oil to sell with your name on it. It's a name slap. You're not really putting in the work as other beard companies do, you know, that actually like are in there putting their formulas together, their percentages and everything like that, working on the fragrances, and just, you know, really grinding it out. Really that's whole small batch kind of deal, you know? So like it hit me. I was like, oh, I forgot, because I was like, you know what? I haven't really put out a lot of reviews, and I haven't really been buying a lot of companies, because a lot of companies keep popping up, you know, like your beard care company XYZ comes up, and then next thing you know, 2 days later, another company comes up, and I'm like, you know, like I'm just like, fuck, you know, I don't want to keep having to buy to review.
Right.
And then it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. There's these companies that are producing, and they're doing name slaps. So like, you know, before I try a brand new company, I'm going to start, you know, really just, I'm going to ask them flat out, like, are you a drop ship name slap company, or are you one of the ones that are like, you know, really putting the stuff in? And that's another reason why, like, it, you know, I come to that, you know, realization myself. Like, that's another reason why I'm not accepting like oils and stuff like that and products from these companies that come out of nowhere and say, hey, I want you to review my product. And I'm like, okay, because like I don't want to be caught in that whole thing where like I review this one company, and then it turns out like that one company, because I didn't ask and I didn't really inquire about it, is a name slap company, and then all of a sudden I'm reviewing another product, and it's the same exact fucking product. You know what I mean? Like, I just it bothers me. So like that's what yeah. So like that's because that's what I want to do. I want to only review, like, I want to review one company once per channel, like one video per channel. I don't want to have like 3 videos of the same exact company,
Yeah.
and they're the different names because they're just name slaps. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
like that's where I'm going with that. Yeah. And because I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, I really haven't branched out. You know, and in case in point, like I you know, I was very hesitant to try out like McKissick beard and you know even Copper Johns and stuff like that, like other newer stuff that I haven't really like tried, that people would say, oh, these companies are great, these companies are awesome, yeah, you know, they hype them up and everything like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like I'll eventually get to it.
What up for that, hun?
And I slowly been buying new stuff, you know, and testing it out, things like that, and it's just like, you know, that's where I am. I'm like, I don't know, I just don't want to review the same company over and over again, basically. Like I'm going to use Beard Care Club as an example, only because that's the most well-known one, but there are other companies that do this just like Beard Care Club. And like I don't want to review Beard Care Club 5 times.
Right.
You know
and if you're not on your game, you can unintentionally be made to look like an ass.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I don't know, like well, you know, it's like if they have 60 cents. So like if I get 1 cent that I don't like or whatever, and I just don't like the blend or whatever for that particular one, then as opposed to like another one that they do that is good, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same company. I can't. I just don't want to deal with that. So
yeah. I get you, man. I get you.
But she was asking, how would I find out? I would ask them. If they gave me like some kind of weird. This is before I would ask them before I make the purchase, obviously. And if they come clean and they say, oh, you know what, this is I'm a drop shipper, or I slap my name on this or whatever, then I won't buy it. And then that's how it would go. Unless I reviewed that company already, which then I would have to keep track. It's a whole fucking rabbit hole thing if you really think about it.
Bushido, Johnny's been doing this almost 2 years. You do it that long, you get to know a bunch of owners, you get to know a bunch of other reviewers, and you chat, and you just learn that there are companies who just make product for other companies, you know, and the other company X, Beard Therapy Grooming, slaps their label onto Beard Brand, and you know, we sell it as Beard Therapy, but it's Beard Brand, and then or not Beard Brand, Beard Care Club, and then Beard Care Club is doing 6 other scents that we're reviewing, and if they're spaced out and we smell so much product, I don't do it anymore. I used to, but like Johnny, he could review Company X, Company Y, and Company Z, review the same 3 scents, but they all have different names, and if his mind isn't dialed right in, he could look at them 3 different ways, and they're all the same damn scent.
Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Because it's all scent 42 from Beard Care Club.
Right, exactly. So like, if I, I think that's one of the main reasons why I haven't like branched out into like the new, because there's a few new companies popping up. Like they pop up every fucking month. There's a new one. Because I know, because they DM me there. Oh, you want to review? I'm like, some I just straight out delete, because I can like look at the label and be like, yeah, that's exactly what that is. I know just by like looking at it, like that's what that is. And I could look at the scent profile, stuff like that, and the oil blend and everything. I'm like, oh, that's exactly Beard Care Club, because I have all Beard Care Club's information, because we joked around about starting our own company.
Right.
So like I have everything for Beard Care Club. Like I can just look at it. It's like verbatim right from the fucking like list. So I can be like, yeah, and I don't even, either I just delete it or I just turn them down. But yeah, it's crazy.
and it's okay. My opinion is, for reviewers, is that's fine as long as you let I'm of the opinion, if you should let the public know that you are kind of middlemaning another company's concoction. And it also helps the reviewer who's doing one of these a week, year in, year out. You know,
I mean, I don't have a problem with someone doing that if they want to start a business and they want to go that route, whatever. That's their thing. That's their deal. But when it comes to like the content on my channel, I don't want it. You know what I mean? So, and that's another thing too. When these companies come through and they're like, oh, do you want to be part of my pool of reviewers? And like, we all send you out the same products and, shoot a review by XYZ date and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, man, no, I don't want, I don't want that either.
Yeah.
I don't care about the free product. I'm not in it for free product. You know?
Yeah, it's not like the lifespan of the reviewer. At some point, the free product is like, yeah, and then you like the gauge goes, and you're like, well, fuck no.
Yeah, free product.
I want the free product from these companies if they are nice enough to give it to me, but nah.
that free product high lasted maybe 2 months into my review, even my reviewing. And
to me, it's like go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying, it was very short-lived, the whole free product thing.
Once you get the first one where you're like, fuck, this sucks. And you got to cut that review and say, how do I nicely say this sucks, but be honest about it?
Yeah.
That's when the shine comes off of that diamond,
Mm-hmm. And then when you hang around with a bunch of old timers, and you get wise quick, it's like,
Is Rob still in this chat? Because I've got 3 words for him. I hope Rob's still in this chat. Hey, Joe, only a few more days and I should have Kingston. Right on, Disney. Good. If Gary's still in here, I'm going to just say, aha. Yeah, well, Rob was in this chat, but that comment was from a while ago. I don't even want free product. Yeah, I liked buying all my own stuff just because I could then elect to shoot the review, not shoot the review. And just having, the ownership of it. It's one of those things where, like, I don't know. I guess if you're doing enough companies that you're not impressed with in a row, for me, it was just like, God damn it. Now I've worn this thing for, 5 days, which is 5 days I could have worn other shit I did like, and I've got to shoot this review on top of it. So I didn't have that happen much at all, but I have heard talk with other reviewers that can be, it just can wear on you.
Right. All right,
Jay Cruz opened Kingston last night and didn't really like it. That's because Jay Cruz is a young punk kid. And that's what I'm going to tell you right now. He doesn't have a refined nose palate because he's too damn young.
He's got to give it to. He's got to smell more.
He's got to smell. Hey, there is rum in there. Jay Cruz is barely old enough to drink it. So
that's true. All right, we got Brett. Remember Brett?
Yeah, bring him back in.
Remember Brett? Remember that guy Brett?
We had him on a few weeks ago. Bring him in.
Here he is.
Let's see. Who's this Brett Berlin guy? He's our first Blue Wrench. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Let's try it.
Like a chunk of coal in
Oh,
a dark,
just
moonless
screen.
night. What is going on here, Brett? You know what? He might have, Alfred might have siphoned off all the internet, and Brett just can't come in clear.
Oh, that's right. Must have, killed his signal.
He also had, 7 oils on his hands. I'll tell you this much, Disney. It is a sweeter scent because that honey really pops. And if you don't like sweet scents, I could see someone not liking it. But I think to me, the body plus honey is kind of a denser scent to me. It's like a richer scent. And that and the rum together really work nicely for me. Those are the two that really jump out at me is the honey and the rum. And again, I'm going to thank one of our Blue Wrenches in here, Chris. I will always thank him because he's the one that gave me the bottle. I will thank Gary for re-releasing it because I was so high on it, and he was nice enough to hopefully see if other people wanted to give it a shot.
Okay, Brett's going to restart.
There's Jay Cruz. I'm glad you're here, Jay Cruz.
Oh, what's up, Jay? How you doing?
I don't want to.
Jay, I got the hoodie. See that? I got my my Mel's Beard hoodie.
So, Beardsman, what did you think of that Ginger Raz? I don't have Bully, but we did that release on Ginger Raz. What was your take on it? Joy needs to get in here, Dan. I want to see your live reaction. I'm loving Vintage. That Spice Honey and Oud are great together. Gary and I feuded over the name Vintage, and I'm just not, and call me petty and a bitch, and I'll accept it. I'm not buying it because of the name. That's the only reason I'm not buying it, because it does sound good. I love honey.
What's the name?
Vintage, the new Chesapeake scent.
Oh.
Wait, so you're not going to buy it because it's called Vintage?
Yeah, because I think it's a weak-ass fucking name. Not only that's the whole reason I dropped that rap, Johnny, because I was giving him all the examples of names. Then I dropped a rap to say, motherfucker, I'm an English teacher and a writer. I know my way around words. And he's like, nah, I'll just go with the weak-ass Vintage because that's better than anything you could come up with. So fuck him. I'm not buying it. It does sound like it's like one of the ones I would buy. It does sound like it smells good.
It does smell. It does sound like it smells good too.
Yeah.
I like that. That scent profile smells good.
There's really only two of the Chesapeake I want to try is Cubano and Irish Blue.
Oh, those are both good ones. I love both of them.
Irish Blue always like I call it a crown jewel scent because I really like it. It's like, you know, when it comes to Chesapeake and like the scent profiles, like Irish Blue is tops on there, you know.
Well, it's always out of that vitality.
All right, let's see what Rob says. Hold on.
It seems like whenever it is offered, I'm broke, so I can never get it. And then when I have money to get it, it's out.
It's out of stock. Oh,
yeah.
I think I'm fortunate enough to have the 4 ouncer of it. Is it 4 ounces?
All right.
What are the old Vitality?
Hold on. I got to go off on Rob here for just a second.
Okay.
James, to answer your question, why would the word vintage deter you? Because it's just a cooler way of saying fucking old. That's why it would deter me. And there's nothing sexy about fucking old. All right. That's number one. Joe, they were all corny as hell. I was starting with the weak material, Rob, and then moving up to the good shit. And to sit there and say selling to millennials ain't my forte. Gary just named a scent fucking old, only he made it classy. And you're going to say, I don't know how to sell to millennials? Fuck that shit. I got scents coming out my ass. When I take a shit, I'm wiping extra scent names that I'm not going to ever use because I don't make beard company. They were all better than Gary saying vintage. Gary come up with some cool scent names. Vintage is definitely at the bottom of the pile.
Damn.
And if he's in here, I'll tell him that to his non-existent face. I
Joe.
me.
So how do you feel about vintage, Joe?
I still like it.
Yeah, tell me how you really feel.
I told you, and I told Gary too. Uh-oh.
Joe.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Brett.
Look.
It is
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. Right on, man. Yeah, that was a hard death.
Yes, that I was really disappointed on that.
That can't be right.
What?
Right. Hold on. I got to go off on the chat again. Gary Lewis, don't be hating. I'm not hating. Facts are facts. Healthy bearded. Millennials control the trends. Just saying. So let me tell you something, Jay Cruz. Do millennials like buying shit that says old? Do millennials want to look like me? Or do they want to have shit that me wears? No.
Fuck millennials.
No. Fuck that noise. Ginger Razzed? That's a cool scent name. I like that, particularly with the scent. Can't bust Gary's balls on that one. That's a cool scent name. Vintage? Seriously? I'll just call it the. Here's my new shit. The. That's how exciting vintage is. By the way, there's a beer company called Vintage. There are who knows how many other vintages used in some way, somehow out there, whether it's in description for like leather or a barbershop, or whether it's actually in the damn scent name. Come on.
Memoirs. He said it's vintage leather books.
Vintage leather books. There you go. You're not vintage, Joe. Yeah, I own that, James. All I'm saying is vintage is a cooler way of saying old. It's like saying whore or lady of the night. Ooh,
Wow.
lady of the night sounds good, but she's
Lady of the
really
Night sounds
a fucking
better.
whore. All right, she's a fucking whore. There you go. Like saying between jobs is better than unemployed, right? Oh no, I'm between jobs. No, motherfucker, you're jobless. That's how that goes. That's vintage. Everyone that's a shittier sounding one, that's vintage. All right. All right.
See, 1985 is kind of cool because it's like when it's a year sense. It's like it's a year name,
Yeah,
but it's like it's 1985. You know,
it's cool if you got
like
the
it.
whole story. If you just see
Yeah,
like 1985 in black and white, you're like, what the fuck is this? You know.
It's
But if you
1985.
get the whole story, then it's
Well, it's
most.
the same thing like the other ones like when you get 1603 and 1751 or whatever the fuck
1812,
other year. Yeah,
1912. You know.
exactly. Yeah, I like the 1985 thing. All of the 80s.
All right.
You know, born 83. So like I like that 1985. It's nice.
Joe is vintage and cranky. I was a Mac in junior high school. No one was a Mac in junior high school, Rob. You were still trying to figure out that if you're right-handed, you stroke with your left, so it feels like someone else is doing it. No one is a Mac then. You got a few more years before you get Machood. By the way, nice angle, Brett. This is the usual Brett angle.
There he is.
What happened?
Oh,
It's
man.
as different as Brett and Alfred.
Oh, wow.
Joe is vintage and cranky. You're damn right I am, Ripken. You're damn right.
Wait,
I am.
that
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. If you think it does.
give it a shot. You know, hey.
It's like I have really tiny hands. So all the girls with small boobies love me because it's not like my hand was consuming their tit. They're like, ooh, I feel like I have bigger tits because he has tiny hands. It's all psychological at a point.
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah. I got
You
you.
know,
Yeah.
It all is.
My
God.
wife said small hands have good advantages.
Damn right they do.
You bet your ass they do.
Oh, shit. Your wife's right there, Brett. I didn't
Yeah,
know
Yeah,
that.
she is. Yes.
Oh,
See, I was born in 83, so 85 is like, I like it. You know,
You were born when?
83.
God
Cruz.
damn.
Yeah.
Jake
You're
Cruz.
the same age as my brother.
Jay Cruz, you're young, so I'm going to go easy on you, young buck. I'm 53, 6 credits from a master's degree. I don't intern anywhere, motherfucker. Okay, let's understand this right the hell now. Would I do it at Chesapeake? No, because Gary is stubborn and hard-headed, and as creative as he is, I know. You know what he would have me doing? He would have me making all the oil. He wouldn't use my creative genius for scent names or even scent design. He would have me doing all the grunt work. So no, I wouldn't intern for Chesapeake.
So Joe, you said you had small hands, right?
Yeah.
And he almost has his mask.
My wife says you're a prize.
Look, that's your wife. I'm staying out of this business.
Well,
I'm staying
she's
out of it.
sitting right here and she heard
Nope.
it all. And she's like, and he's a prize.
Rob Ackerson. Yeah, master's degree hanging out on therapy. Yeah, I'm sold. Rob, I said 6 credits from a master's degree. If I had the master's, I wouldn't be hanging out here. What are you talking about? Damn, 6
Yeah,
credits.
you would. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you know I would.
Yeah.
All a master's degree to me is more pay. But you know what?
With a
It's
piece
not
of
enough
paper.
pay for me to get it. Yeah, that's all it is.
Mm.
I didn't even, when I got my bachelor degree, I didn't even go to the graduation ceremony. My wife was like, "Are you crazy?" I said, "No, I'm 33. I want to go hang out with a bunch of 22-year-olds. Who cares? They'll mail me the diploma. I don't need
Yeah,
to
man,
walk
that's right. They will, they will.
down." Yeah.
Man, that's funny.
Unfortunately, it wasn't worth enough for me to actually finish the damn thing. So
I got my associates when I got out of the military, and I still have yet to do anything with it. So,
hold on.
oh well.
But master's degree hanging on. Yeah, okay. Look at this healthy bearded son of a bitch. Rob, best comment of the night. Man, I scheduled Jay Cruz too, and I'm wondering if I'm just getting old and making poor decisions. Holy hell. Jay Cruz is due to hit the beard therapy airwaves somewhere in your near future.
Yeah.
What happened? What do you say?
He said that Rob is the best comment of the night when Rob said the thing about me having the master's degree. What do you have a master's in, Gary? Not fucking names. I'll tell you that right now. I'm literally laughing out loud. Good, Jakers. Good.
My
That's
my brother got his
28.
master's.
Good for you, Bushido. Oh, Bushido's an older guy like me. Good for you, Bushido. I actually had twins. My twins were born at about the time, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to raise 2 kids at the same time at 39, or I'm going to go finish a stupid ass degree that they're not really paying me that much for. So it was real simple. It was
The thing is, like, when you were in school, I don't know if if life got in the way or whatever, but like the way my brother did it, he graduated high school, he went into college, he got his associates, and bachelor's, and master's all in one fell swoop. He just never stopped going to school.
Yeah.
And then he graduated with his master's and with honors and stuff like that, and then he went off to work.
A lot of teaching degrees, at least out here, are tied in. Like you get your undergraduate, like let's say history, then you take 1 year of nothing but ed courses, and you have a master's in history, an undergrad in history and a master's in education. My college actually had an undergrad in English education, so I don't have a BA. That would be an English degree. I have a BS, a Bachelor of Science, which is an education degree for whatever that means. I just liked it because I didn't have to go that 5th year. I didn't have to take that. It was all already integrated into my program. So I did. Okay. But it's an undergrad program. I don't have the master's. So you like get a master's in 1 year instead of 2. Very intensive at the University of Pittsburgh. I've had interns before, and between teaching classes and then having to earn their master's at night, that's a ball buster, man. That's a lot of work. Glad it ain't me. I know because you were always late for my class. Uh-oh. Mr. Ed? Devin, who's that Devin guy? He sounds pretty cool. He really isn't.
Oh.
He really isn't. I think he got COVID.
He had COVID. How you doing?
He let himself get COVID. Can't believe he did that.
Did you finally heal?
Yeah, how's it? How are you doing with that, Devin? How's it? I wonder, like, what's the any side effects, any lingering effects that have happened after he's been cleared from it, or is he like half zombie right now, or? Yeah,
what's the deal, Dev? Joe, we're the POBG Atari 26. You know what, Billy? I'm going to blow your mind, and you might be old enough to remember. Check this out. How many of you, and it would only be Billy and maybe a couple more, maybe Bushido. Billy, my first system predated the Atari. I had an Odyssey. An Odyssey which had 3 games. You remember that one, Brett? The Odyssey?
I remember, and I didn't have it. We had the whatever computer games you had, like if you had an IBM or Texas Instruments or whatever.
Because I'm talking like 76. I didn't even know that they had home computers then.
Well, I was born in 73, so.
Oh, wow. Okay. The Odyssey, it was Pong, basically. But
I remember Pong.
Yeah, so you could play Pong, or you could play hockey, which was just Pong with more moving pieces.
Right.
Or you could play tennis, which was Pong, you versus someone else. So it was all a variant of Pong, but it was called the Odyssey. And I forget the actual company. Does anyone remember that? You remember it, Joe? Nice, Ron. Nice.
Have you seen KFC's console? KFC has a gaming console where you can play games and you can warm up your chicken.
What?
Are you kidding me?
And it's a real thing that they're making. Okay. And it's real.
Okay.
Scott, it was before ColecoVision. Let me see if I can look it up.
ColecoVision came out after Atari.
It might have been Odyssey, might have been the company too. It was its own thing. It came out. Obviously, Atari had the first Pong game, and then Odyssey added that hockey and tennis to it. So, but it was not Odyssey. It was not an Atari. I'm looking it up right now. Oh shit! Magnavox Odyssey is the first commercial home video game console. Okay, so that's it. Magnavox made it. Yeah. Ron was in 69, so I was 67, so I could see why he'd remember it. James Pershing is lighting me up tonight, boy. I'll tell you. I've noticed things don't smell as strong anymore, and I got winded super easy. Could be from the COVID. No way, dude. You're too young to be getting out of shape to where they wind you. I bet you it's just you must be a long hauler. Hopefully, you won't be too long a hauler.
Yeah, you gotta let that. Hopefully, your system clears that out and stuff. God. Man.
Commodore 64, Bushido. I remember those, brother.
64, yeah.
Some Pong ripoff had Pong tennis. Yeah, Pong with 2 rackets. Right. Yeah, hockey was you had 2 moving lines of 3 players that just went back and forth, left and right, and you were the goalie. And so you controlled, the goal going in and out. It's almost like a foosball kind of system.
I am so happy that I was born into the Nintendo era. Because if I had to deal with that shit growing up, I would get so frustrated. I would get so frustrated.
But in television, if anyone remembers in television, they had an X's and O's football game that was actually pretty damn fun. Even though, you weren't whoever the star players were of that year, it was still, as a kid, it was really, really fun. Huh. X's and O's in television football.
That was like a...
Rob had the Odyssey Night. Sorry, Johnny.
Was that like a handheld thing?
No. The Intellivision was a console game. Now, Mattel did make a handheld basketball, football, baseball.
Yeah, that's what I was... Yeah. Okay, all right.
And the football had a little stadium on the actual handheld device.
Okay.
What are they saying in the chat?
That's what I'm remembering. All right.
Beard Bushido. Yes, not intelligent. Nice. Jay Cruz, son. Here's the thing: when you're 53, you don't give a fuck. I am gonna light your ass up when you get on here, son. I am telling you, you will not have to exercise that day, Jay. I'm gonna take some off of you when you get on here. I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you. Oh shit. I worked on a TRS-80 in my first programming class. It had a cassette backup, not even a 6. Wow. So my brother and Phineas in the middle of a 2-player game, I would get frustrated and got into physical fights. Yeah, that sounds like a brother thing to do.
Man, those were the days. Oh my god. I remember that. Playing Nintendo with the family and all that stuff. It was pretty cool.
Billy Rogers, have you seen the entire documentary on the E.T. game? They have an entire documentary on that game. It is fascinating because they buried a shit ton of them in the middle of New Mexico because no one bought them, because they rushed them to market because E.T. was this huge movie and everyone wanted it. And so they rushed the design so it could come out for the Christmas market. And it had bugs and it was too difficult and it was just a horrible playing experience. So Atari made just a fucking fuck ton of them and no one bought them. And so they're all lying in this dumpster. And it was always like an urban legend that they were all lying in this landfill, in New Mexico. And so the documentary kind of traces that whole history. It's fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really cool video game documentary.
Let me see if you ever heard of the Angry Video Game Nerd?
No.
He's got a YouTube channel. He's called the Angry Video Game Nerd, and he plays all the really horrible video games.
Okay.
I wonder if he has one for.
Silver Chef Eric has seen the doc. Yeah, Billy. He says it's awesome too. It's really, really cool. You got to find it, Billy. I'll look around, and if I can remember the title, I'll definitely DM you, brother. Oh, you saw it. Oh, okay. Cool, Billy. Good. The doc on the Donkey Kong champ was really cool. Then we find out 20 years later he somehow managed to cheat. Yeah. I remember that one too, Bushido. That was a good one. The dude with the feathered back hair and the mustache, he was like the freaking John Travolta of the video game set.
Oh yeah, he thought he was so fucking cool, that guy. Oh my god.
And in the middle of some arcade in nowhere, Iowa, they had the championships or something like that. And that was a really fun one too.
Okay, yeah. So he did 6 years ago. This guy, Angry Video Game Nerd, he played, and the video has 3 million views for the 2600, the ET.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna watch it now. I'm gonna not now, but I gotta be reacquainted.
Beardsman, I will try and find that for you right now, brother. I'm sure I can. Give me half a sec while Johnny's doing this.
What is looking for?
Unfortunately, Johnny can't show it to you because we'll get.
Yeah, we would get taken down. But yeah, exactly. Beer Bushido's right. Yeah, his shit is hilarious. Angry Video Game Nerd. You see him trying to play Top Gun? Oh my god, so funny.
Hey guys, I gotta run.
Oh, Brett, you were so quiet. I was almost about to call you Josh.
Oh, thanks a lot.
No.
Well, thank you for coming on, brother. And
You're welcome.
And our thanks to Alfred for coming on. I appreciate him.
Okay,
coming on.
so Alfred went well.
Alfred went well. I enjoyed it.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna have to get
particularly
on
enjoyed
him for
when,
stealing my internet, but
and your electricity.
yes, and whatever else he's stealing.
I like when Alfred laughed, and Alfred made me laugh when we weren't either of us anticipating that happening. That was good. That
Okay.
was good. Take care, Brett. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thanks a lot.
Later.
Bye.
Oh man. Ooh.
The King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters, Rai Bushido. And there's
Oh, yeah.
another one I have on my Netflix watch list right now that's a video game. One, let me look that up right now. I just got to go to my watch list. It's amazing that video game docs, the ones I've watched at least, are all really, really good. Maybe it's just because I was a gamer.
Yeah.
High Score. High Score is this doc. Let me just read the blurb on it real quick. So this is currently on Netflix. I have not seen it, but it's on my list. This one says, as we wait, this docuseries traces the history of classic video games, featuring insights from the innovators who brought these worlds and characters to life. Okay, so it's just like a breakdown of 6 classic video games and their origins. Joe, read Devin's last comment. Where is his COVID having ass? Deliberately sober chef. Where is he? J. Cruz. I've heard about a few of these things. Okay, Code. All right.
You got to appreciate where we were to. You got to know where we were to appreciate where you are now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn straight, son. Damn straight. None of you young motherfuckers ever drank a Tab or a Fresca to know what a real early diet soda tasted like. To avoid that shit. Although Fresca was pretty good.
They still sell Fresca.
They do. We don't get it out here. It's hard to find.
Yeah, they still sell it. Fresca.
Lyndon B. Johnson liked it so much he had, if I'm not mistaken, he either had a Fresca machine in the White House or a Fresca fountain in the White House.
It ain't that good. It ain't that good.
It was the LBJ.
I got it thinking it was gonna taste like Sprite, but it doesn't taste like Sprite. It tastes a little off when it comes to that lemon lime flavors.
Beard Code, I do the typical dad thing when my twins who are 14 and they're just like, Dad, I'm bored. Oh, do I go into fucking old man dad mode? Well, I didn't have an iPad when I had to make up games in my. I do that.
Oh no! Whenever my kids tell me they're bored, I tell them, "Well, your room needs cleaning. You know, this needs to get done."
It's that too, Johnny.
You
Hell
know,
yeah!
Fucking go make yourself useful. Tell me you're bored. That's the last thing I want to hear. You're bored.
Yeah, no shit. I've had Fresca. Of course you have, Mick. You're almost an old man. You're getting there.
Tab is not Diet Coke. From what I hear, Tab tastes really bad.
No, it has it was the first diet soda, and whatever they use, saccharin or whatever the hell it was, is so strong. It's just off-putting and metallic.
I don't like artificial sweeteners. Like I can't stand. I can't even stand stevia. I hate stevia so much. I can't stand it.
I got a good one, Johnny, that's made from this berry that's low carb. It's really good as far as it tastes. It barely has a bitter aftertaste, and it's low carb. As sweeteners go, it's low carb.
Okay.
I'll share the name of it with you. It's really good. I looked it up. It's a little more expensive because it's rare. They actually have to pick the berries and extract it from the berries, and the berries themselves are rare.
Oh, they have to do work. Imagine that. Jesus Christ.
And
Anything that requires work.
Country.
Everything that requires work has to be high priced. Come on, man.
Billy, there are some classic arcade games that I wish I owned, like Tempest. I love that game. And the second Defender. There was Defender, and I forget what Defender 2 was called. But that game, dude, that game 8 quarters from me. I love stand-up arcade games, man.
Was it called Defender 2?
No, it had a name. It was like Defender : something, and I forget the name.
Yeah, I have a retro arcade near me. Actually, it's pretty close.
Oh.
It's called the Yestercades, and they have so many old cabinets. But COVID, I haven't been there in so long, man. I miss it. I want to go back.
Dreamcast. That's funny. You guys are talking the Dreamcast. My friend I had the Genesis, and then my friend got the Dreamcast because I was a Sega guy. I wasn't a Nintendo guy. I was a Sega dude. And I only made the conversion over to Nintendo when it was time for the GameCube. That was the first Nintendo I owned. No, N64. N64 because they had Banjo-Kazooie and that awesome WCW wrestling game where the
It was
international
Revenge, WCW Revenge.
I think it
That's
was
WCW NWO Revenge. I think it was.
yeah
By THQ. That was such a freaking good game.
they had some of the Japanese and some of the Mexican wrestlers, and it was freaking awesome. And then from N64, I went to the GameCube, and then I went to the Xbox. But I have such an addictive personality for video games and gaming in general. I did not buy the Xbox. My wife bought me my first Xbox with a I think it was the Modern Warfare 2 bundle.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you do not know what you've done. I love you and you love me. By the way, this is the same woman who, remember, I was from San Diego, so I moved all the way out here to Pennsylvania, and she knew I was into wrestling. This is the same woman that bought us tickets to King of the Ring, the one where Mankind flew off the cage in the Mankind Undertaker match.
Wow.
She bought these tickets as a surprise. I married the thing, dudes. Yeah, you know that's great, Johnny.
She's definitely keeper.
Total keeper. But I was there live in decent seats, not great seats, not poor seats, decent seats to watch Mick Foley go. The side he went off of, I was on the opposite too, so all I could really see was him fall. And I'm a wrestling diehard. I know it's all fake, etc. But when I saw him take that bump, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. And then when he went through the top of the cage, which was unintentional, I was like, "Fucking A!" I know Foley's tough, but holy hell, is he getting beat up?
Yeah, and it was his idea too. I think.
Yes.
That's why
the off the cage one was. The other one wasn't. That was just a cage collapsing due to weight. The one on top where he fell straight through, that was just a cage collapsing.
That's horrible when you don't expect it. It just happens. Like, that's how you get hurt. You know, that's how you really get hurt. Shit.
Yeah, Jay Cruz. Yeah, what's up? Now who's old? Now who got to experience the cool shit, Jay Cruz? What's up? What's up, Jay Cross? I speak your language, son. Don't be hiding it with Cruz. Cross, brother. I know it.
I gotta see if Jay's related to me in some way, because the entire half of my dad's family, his last name is Cruz. I know it's a popular last name, but I gotta see. I gotta touch base with him, because I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, but I was like, nah. But there could be that possibility. I met so many extended family members. I have no idea who's family, who's not.
Yeah, and that'll happen because and then you're like, oh shit, and these guys just like guys you don't even know coming out of the woodwork. I've only heard stories. I don't have a big family, Johnny, but I've only heard stories of that kind of thing. How a major family event of whatever can bring people that you've never met out of the woodwork. It's really cool.
Well, like that's the thing. Like determined for success. You guys know that from real talk. He's my cousin. I had no idea he was my cousin, but he's my cousin.
Yeah,
and it was just like crazy to learn that someone from the beer community is actually related to me.
that is wild, though. Actually,
it is crazy. It is crazy.
That is wild.
It's my uncle's. He's married to my uncle's daughter, so he's
yeah. Bushido, thank you for the correction. I am a wrestling old school guy, and I agree. Scripted, not fake. The damage those boys and now more women take is for definite real. Scripted, not fake. I agree. And Ron came up with that Defender too. It was called Stargate. That shit was the bomb. Stargate. That's the one. If I could pick any video game to own, I would own Stargate. Any of the old console or cabinet games. Imagine I see Johnny at a cookout. That would be hilarious. Well, shit, dude, you live in the same state. It might not be so crazy as. Have you guys figured out how far away you are from each other?
I don't know what town he lives in.
Jay Cruz, where are you living? We'll see how far JG is from you.
I don't know what town he lives in. I think I want to say. I'm not sure if it's Newark. I don't know.
Yeah, Billy, that blew my mind too. That blew my mind. I'm not into modern wrestling, but I know who he was because he was a Bruiser Brody and a Jason Lee fan, which is why he took the name he took most recently. And I'm like, damn. I would hear Jim Cornette talk about him. I had an idea what he looked like because he looked like Bruiser Brody. He just died like that. That's crazy.
Power Stone. Zebra's talking about Power Stone. I have been searching for the Power Stone collection for PSP forever. It's such a rare PSP game. You know what the PSP is? It's the portable PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
I have two of them. I have the original PSP that I kept to the side, and then I got a PSP Slim, and that's the one I play with. I've been looking for that Power Stone PSP collection because it's Power Stone 1 and 2 together in the little PSP UMD disc thingy. And I tracked it down through all different types of GameStops. Finally found one that had it. By the time I got there, when I got off of work and I was going away to go get it, someone bought it. So like I lost track of it, and I haven't been able to find another since. And like it's one of these games that I'm like searching for, like really searching for.
Look at that. Ron says he has the original.
Nice. Yeah, you should hold on to that and make sure nothing happens to it. Oh, the original PSP. Okay.
Jay Cruz, I would say he's definitely one of the best workers ever. And if you're going to say Flair, at the age Flair came in, Flair was a little older, so probably not in his prime. But Michaels as a worker, definitely top 3 in our generation. You know, we don't know what they did in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. However, also top 3 asshole of all time too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he was a great worker. You know, the phrase is he could have a match with a broomstick because he was so good. He could make that broomstick look good, even though it's a piece of wood and some bristles.
It won't be the same, Ultimus. It won't be the same. If they're gonna do another one, it won't be the same. You know, it was another really good one for the Sega Saturn, I think it was, and for the arcade cabinet was really cool. It was called Virtual On, and it was like you were in control of a mech of almost like a Gundam, you know.
Oh, nice!
And that was pretty. The controls of the cabinet was 2 joysticks left and right, and it had triggers and all that stuff. And they had that for Sega Saturn, and I wasn't able to get that one either. But every time I would play if I found an arcade that had it, all my money would go into Virtual On. I would just stay on there and just keep playing it over. It was so cool.
That game, yeah. Whatever it was. We all had that game.
John Cena was the whole time.
Indulge me for 15 seconds, Johnny. So, Chef Eric, baby, let me just tell you one thing, Daddy. Any man who can talk about his fucking nutsack busting out with like that can hang with the American Dream, Jack. Because you know hard times, brother. You've been there, Daddy. You've had your body parts strewn across the interstate, pain, blues, and agony, brother. Dusty Road, the American Dream got your back, baby. That was for you, Eric.
There he is. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Exactly. I don't break it out, but when he says that was one of his favorites, I got to break it out. Love the Dream. There you go, Bushido. That was for you, too. Was glad to see that both of his sons are eventually. Yeah. Word, yeah. And now even Cody's doing this weird-ass game show now, too.
Yeah, he's doing it's called The Biggest Game Show, or the Big Game Show, or something like that, or
It's the something.
It's called the big show, not the Big Show, but
it's something like that. I know.
It's like the Big Talent Show or some shit like that. Yeah.
I don't like his neck tattoo. I'm not a fan. Iowa Crafted, what's up, brother? I was more of a WCW due to the fact that WCW absorbed this. Yeah. You know, Eric, I was a huge Piper fan, but once I got exposed to WCW, they were the far superior wrestling company. And to me, after you got through Piper, Hogan, and Savage in the mid-'80s, the WWF promos dropped way low. But WCW, they could bring it. A lot of their guys could really cut good promos, you know. Flair, Rhodes, Jim Cornette, and I could just go on and on. If I could, Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant. It wasn't a good promo, but he's damn entertaining. I cottoned more to WCW as I grew into my learning. The Big Show on Netflix. I haven't seen that, Scott.
Yeah, it's like a weird like a sitcom show where he's like it's like a comedy thing because Big Show does comedy. I don't know if you know that, but he does comedy.
Cruz, that has to be Hogan. I mean, Rock was more iconic for Rock because Dwayne turned himself into a huge box office draw, but because of Hogan and really because of Rocky III. And Hogan's appearance in Rocky III, I would argue that his timing of his superstardom coincided with Vince McMahon making a move on all the territories. And Hogan was that superstar that he could build up and start taking over places and convincing other guys like Junkyard Dog, Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, these huge stars in some of these other territories, all piled into the WWF. So I think Hogan is shit worker. horrible worker, great promo, good promo. But as far as historical significance and a box office draw, I still think Hogan blows Rock away as a box office draw. But Rock on the promo, untouchable. I think Rock is the best promo, particularly if you want funny, but angry as a heel, as a face, he is an amazing promo. That's my take, Jay.
Makes like there we go with the wrestling BS again. What's the same thing when they start talking about like football and stuff? Like, you know, it's like, oh, they start going crazy over football. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dark Side of the Ring. Love it. Great show. Great show. Who would bring down the house in the ring? I'm gonna go Austin. Yeah, Iowa. Austin or Rock for sure. For sure. And that's sad because whenever, and this is a point Jim Cornette makes, whenever the guys from 20 years ago are getting bigger pops than the guys you have in the ring now, you got a problem in your wrestling company, right?
This is true, yeah.
You know, it's one thing to have the cool nostalgic pop, but if you brought Austin in 3 times a year, those 3 pops would be bigger than any of the biggest pops whoever's on Raw and in SmackDown right now, because, you know, it's just a different kind of wrestling than it was 20 years ago.
I mean, now, like, it's hard to even tell because all the fanfare noises and all that stuff is computer generated. You know, they can say they have like all these. If you've seen Raw or SmackDown lately, they have screens up where they like basically they do this what we're doing here, except they have it in their thing. And I would like to think that the audio coming from all those screens is legit, but I don't think it is. I think it's all, you know, it's all like fabricated. It's not real. Because then anybody would be able to say whatever the fuck they wanted, and it would just like, you know, it would be hard to censor that. I don't know how that would work, but it's hard to tell like what is making the fans pop now. You know, it's a lot harder because they're not in front of a live audience anymore. You know, you could audibly tell the difference between like someone who's like not so well received to someone who is like, you know, oh shit, like, you know, you can hear it, but now it's like it's hard.
And Jim Cornette always talked about the Road Warriors pop. Like their pop was like nothing else he'd ever heard. He called it the Road Warriors pop. And I mentioned this before when we talk wrestling, and there's a lot of great questions, and I'll field them, and I guess we'll go a little late tonight. I lived in San Diego at the time, and the WWF came out there like once every like 4 or 5 months. And I was lucky enough, it was after WrestleMania 1, I was lucky enough to watch a Piper versus Hogan match. And where I was standing, I could actually see Hogan's yellow boots in the dressing room as he was waiting to come out. And he was kind of doing that little shaky thing. You could just tell he was shaking it out. And when they announced his name, it is the most electric sports experience I've ever had. It was the pop he got literally sent chills up my spine, because you've got 10, 15,000 people going freaking nuts. And I now understand when athletes talk about the electricity from a crowd. I get it because I experienced it, you know. But I've only experienced it with Hogan, and I love all the heels. I was a Piper fan, so of course I'm booing him, but I couldn't take that away. It was an amazing, amazing moment to hear that pop. Okay, real quick, who can make Rock was the best on the mic? Yes, Eric, I believe he was. Flair was damn good on his promo, one of the best of all times. Eric, Rock has great improv skills. He does, Bushido. I think that was his biggest thing, because, you know, Flair had the wheeling, dealing, jet filing, blah, 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 but Rock could do it off the cuff. He had his catchphrases, but Rock could do some amazing off the cuff stuff. Rock is coming back for a match versus Roman. It wouldn't surprise me. Their family.
Wait, is that really happening? Is that really happening?
That's what he said for WrestleMania. He said he heard the rumor. I don't know if it's really happening. But if anyone is going to get a win over Rock, I could see him doing it for Roman, because they are family, and I could see him giving Roman the rub, because they've tried forever to get Roman over, from what I understand, and they just haven't done it. So maybe this is a way to do it. Please share your thoughts on the screw job. I saw clips. Bret Hart got fucked, but Bret Hart took it a little too seriously.
I think that was a work.
Jim Cornette claims that he gave Vince the idea, and Jim Cornette is an amazing wrestling historian. This dude knows shit back to the 20s. And he talked about a certain match from like the 30s or 40s of how you get the belt out, blah, blah, blah. Because here's the thing. Here's why I don't think it's a work. Hart would never let Bret get him into the sharpshooter and use his own hold on him. without having some kind of retaliation, because Hart has the confidence to know if Michaels does this, Michaels isn't tough. So I'm going to let him do that because I know I can come out and counter it. That's the only reason Brett let him in there to do it. And that's why they called the bell when they did. And they called for it because there's no way Hart's going to let him do that if Hart is not supremely confident that there's something coming on the other end. Right? So not only did he get screwed, but he got screwed with Michaels using Hart's own finisher. And it was just an overall embarrassment. I think it was legit shoot. And he punched the shit out of Vince and tried to punch the shit out of Michaels. So if you watch, have you seen Wrestling with Shadows, Johnny?
Yeah, I heard about this. I heard that he really
you've got to watch Wrestling with Shadows. It really, because it's like months. They followed Hart around for months, and you can see the build, of, because like even his wife is in on it. Like she's like, I don't. Great documentary.
Wow.
Kurt Angle, Rob Brandon. By the way, go Browns! Congratulations, brother. Totally agree. Angle to me is just a stud. Any guy that goes out and wins a gold fucking medal with a broken neck, okay, you're a stud anyway. But the way he transitioned from legit wrestling to pro wrestling and then had the mic skills as quick as he did, I love me some Kurt Angle. I wish they put him more as a badass, but he could do comedy so well, and they had other badasses that they didn't need him, but he could be a legit badass if they let him be one.
A lot of those guys do comedy very well. I mean, John Cena does comedy very well. He makes me laugh. Like, that guy is funny.
Waltimus, that's funny. Sable used to make Waltimus pop. I could not stand Sable.
Sable was oof. Now for me it's Alexa Bliss. That's my girl over there.
I love going to smaller local promotion houses. Yeah. Joe Bearded Life, Joe Beard Bashid. I don't know if you know him. His little brother is a wrestler for a very local Jersey promotion, and he just won a belt of theirs.
Yeah, he's a champion.
Yeah. And I'm talking like very local, 14 people come to the match kind of local, real small time. But it's his dream to make a big company, and that was one of the first steps up the ladder. So he's called the Underdog, something Downey. I forget his first name, the Underdog. But, I like Joe, so Cornette doesn't hold back. No, he doesn't. The Dead Man could get a crowd going. Yeah, Zebra, Undertaker, untouchable. Ron, I disagree. I don't think it's a work. We'll have to agree to disagree. Very true about Cornette being first-rate historian. I've met him a couple times. Nice. And he will often do historical meet and greets at the events he goes to. Yeah. So, Bashida, do you listen to his 2 weekly podcasts? Not only does he crack me up, but the guy is not only quick as a whip, which is why he's one of the greatest managers ever, but he just has a great mind for wrestling, booking, and history-wise. The skits with Angle and Price. Yeah. I'm with you, Billy. I always had great Taker versus Kane. Kane, who was Isaac Yankem, man, could they try and bury that guy anymore with some stupid ass gimmicks? And they finally gave him Kane.
You know what I watched recently was the Undertaker versus the Undertaker, which is essentially just Undertaker versus Crush, but he was dressed as the Undertaker.
Right.
I watched it every now and then. It's interesting. It's a weird match, but
Eric, if I remember when Austin was IC champ, he did that River thing. I may be mistaken, but Rock was on the come up, and Austin, who is a very shrewd businessman, he would not go. He wasn't a dickhead, but he wouldn't put someone over if he didn't think they deserved it. And Rock was on the come up, and they wanted Rock to go over Austin when Austin was IC champ, and Steve said no. He didn't think Rock was ready yet, and I think part of that angle was him pitching that belt. Now, if that was Angle's belt, then I might be getting my wrestling angles confused. But I remember, because I read Meltzer a ton from like the late 80s, early 90s, up for about a decade. And so I would get a lot of that behind the scenes shit before there was an internet. And I remember that there was something with, it's not like Austin and Rock didn't get along. It's just Austin didn't think he was ready. And Austin was, that much further up the pecking order. And getting ready to win the strap himself. Jay Cruz, I have not watched wrestling since about 03 or 04, so Johnny is probably better for the greatest Undertaker moment. I will say this, I love to see that tall bastard walk the top rope. That was one of my favorite things ever. And Undertaker retiring, dude is getting old, man, and he has put his body through a ton, so good on him.
I feel like what they did with him on his last ever appearance was like super underwhelming. Like they had a bunch of guys come out, and they stood in the ring, and all of a sudden they disappeared. And then he walked to the ring, and I even forgot what he said, if he said anything. I don't know if he said anything. I don't remember. That's how like ceremonious it was for me to watch that. Like I feel like they really they dropped the ball on that. You know, they should have done something better for him.
Jay, do you think he should have lost at WrestleMania ever? Do you think it was a smart loss to Lesnar? I'll throw that back in the chat. Should Undertaker have remained undefeated at WrestleMania for his career, or do you think was Lesnar his first loss?
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you think he should have lost to Lesnar?
I don't think he shouldn't have lost. I think he should have kept winning. You know,
that's my take.
And if they didn't want him to have the belt for a win on that, then like don't make it a title match or something like that. I don't know. They should have left him undefeated because that was his thing, and he only had a couple years left, and you know what I mean. Just let him go out undefeated in WrestleMania.
Yeah, Mick said Undertaker on the Hot Ones is really cool. Him and Austin both. It was funny watching Austin get all choked up on the hot sauces. Yeah. Kind of like with Goldberg, Johnny. You don't kill that streak. You don't kill that streak. Even if they added 100 matches to it, which they did, that's what's making him hot. You know.
Speaking of Goldberg, he's coming back. He's gonna fight Drew McIntyre for the belt, for the heavyweight title, not the universal title. Yeah, and it's just like Goldberg should be over already. I mean, the last time he fought the Undertaker, it was so like gut wrenching because like he almost killed the guy. He almost like crippled his ass because he had him up on this. He tried to jackknife him, and like he botched that jackknife so bad he dropped the Undertaker right on the back of his neck, like straight down on his neck. And I screamed when I saw that shit. I was like, oh my god! Like, the guy's dead. Either he's dead or he's paralyzed. He's gonna, It was bad. That was so bad. So bad I had to do a reaction. I reacted to it on IG because that's how bad that was. That was awful. Yeah, Goldberg, they should not have him do anything anymore. He as far as I'm concerned, like the man is done. He ran his course already.
Yeah.
I mean, if he comes out and has a really good match, it would be very surprising for me.
Tyson, never HBK. Kane doing it, I think there would be some lovely poetic justice with that. I wouldn't have mind seeing Kane do it. Here's my thing with Lesnar. The guy is a freak, a physical freak, but he has never been, and again, I hate to keep bringing up Jim Cornette, but he's a stud. Jim Cornette trained him first. He went to OVW, I believe, or Smoking OVW, I think. So, I mean, Cornette trained a lot of WWE stars. He trained Cena. He trained Dave Bautista. He trained Kane. I mean, he trained a lot of these guys. And I don't think that Lesnar loved the business. To him, it was always a paycheck, right? So when you're talking about a guy, I'm very much an honesty dude, right? When you're talking about a guy, Undertaker, who has meant so much to the business, and when you're talking about a guy like Lesnar, who is a star, no doubt, but who just, to me, isn't the best representation of the business, I don't want him taking that streak. I want someone who loves the business more taking that streak.
Yeah. Yeah, or just leave him and let him just go on top.
Eric, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, he stole the fucking show for me. I so loved it.
Because he was like so brutally literal.
Yes,
in that. It was just so fucking hilarious to see that. It's so funny.
And according to Jim Cornette, kind of a pussy. Didn't want to take a lot of bumps. Didn't want to take a lot of damage.
What was it? Batista, he didn't want to take a lot of bumps?
Yeah.
What was he?
Which he should have, because he was, what was he? Leviathan. Leviathan was his name in OVW. And Cornette, Cornette's idea was to build him up as this big monster because Cornette was grooming these guys to go on to WWE. So he was training them how to wrestle, how to work, how to promo, and all that jazz. And so it's not like he was taking amazing bumps, but Batista just didn't like contact. he was one of those dudes with a great body, but didn't like the physical damage of it that could happen. You know?
Huh. That's strange. Because he's big enough to take it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's not like he's not a little guy at all. Like the guy's gigantic.
As opposed to Lesnar, who would have no problem soaking it up because dude was a legit wrestler.
Yeah, well, Lesnar's a freak in nature. He's a totally different type of athlete.
Yeah.
A lot of other athletes and wrestlers say like you know, Lesnar is a legit athletic freak of nature.
Yeah. Motherfucker out of the blue, like 8 years out of college or whatever, was decided to try out for the Vikings.
Yeah.
And he almost made it. And then he went into, let's do UFC, and he becomes a world champion there.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's a nut, dude.
Whatever. And he did it while having that condition too. So like,
that diverticulitis, is that what it was? Is that what he had?
Something like that. Like
some GI shit.
Rotting from the inside. He's like rotting from the inside out or some crap. Like
I love that Jim Cornette said that Paulie is looking more and more like Alfred Hitchcock every day.
I like Heyman.
I love Heyman. No.
God. Yeah, he's awesome.
I love Heyman.
I liked him in the ECW days with the ponytail and the hat.
Yeah.
Fucking maniac.
Paulie has definitely seen some better days. I mean, he needs to cut back on the cheeseburgers a little. Let's be honest. I just don't want to see him keel over from a heart attack. That's the only reason I'm saying that. You know, because he's getting up there in age that shit could happen easily. I mean, shit, Dr. Dre just had a freaking brain aneurysm.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. Imagine that. Imagine Dr. Dre goes in the next day or two, or the next few hours or whatever.
He says he's okay, and he's older, like he's my age, but he's in good shape. So, Paulie is around my age, and he's not in good shape.
Pete, she's definitely up there. Sasha Banks is definitely up there. It's her attitude that turns me off to her. Like she has a bad, like out of the ring too. Like, you know, personally, like she has like a bad attitude, like when it comes to like fans that see her and stuff like that. So like that, you know, I've heard stories of like she had interactions where she wasn't too favorable to people. It for me right now. It's definitely Alexa Bliss or what's her name? Holy shit, Mandy Rose. Yeah.
Rob Brandon, I agree. He's my favorite McMahon because he was a nut and because he walked away. He was like, I'm going to do some other shit. Did you know? Check this out. I mean, it's not like Vince isn't rich enough. Dude's a billionaire. But Shane, when the company was struggling, not WWE because they had money, Shane had the insight to say, Dad, we should buy this UFC thing. When UFC couldn't get any fights, you know, because before UFC had the second blow up, because you know they had that blow up in the early 90s when they first debuted with Hoist Gracie, Dan Severn, and all that, and then there was a dip because no one would certify the fights. You know, they were fighting on Indian reservations or in Louisiana, Nevada, because that's all they could. When they were in that kind of down mode, Shane wanted to buy them. Vince said no.
Huh? They should have bought that.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Eric Page too. Page is pretty hot. It's kind of that slutty hot though. I don't know. I seen the tape. I don't know. I don't know.
Eric, he's not the Yo MTV Raps Dr. Dre, but I think that Dr. Dre died, if I'm not mistaken. Check me out on that. I may be wrong. Hello, Bad and Beard Casey.
Best
Hardy Boys.
Best tag team. He's talking about best tag team. Hardy Boys was good.
Oh, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, British Bulldogs, Warriors. It all depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for workers on the heel side, Midnight Express. If you're looking for amazing moves and amazing power and agility, particularly for their time period, British Bulldogs. If you're just looking for ass kickers, Road Warriors. But I think one of the overall best is Midnight Express because they were kind of like Michaels. Bobby Eaton could make a broom look good.
Like entertainment wise.
Great bumper, all that kind of stuff. And then you have Cornette cutting all their promos. It's so good. And then they had Stan Lane, the third incarnation of them had Stan Lane, who was just this pretty guy with, 5% body fat that all the girls could lust over, and was a decent worker. Look at Clint. No one has mentioned the anabolic warrior yet. Yeah, there's a reason, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Superstar and Super Destroyer. Holy heck, Rob, you're going back a little bit. Midnight and Dudley's and ECW. I always thought of the Dudleys as more a comedy act. I thought they got more wrestling when they went to WWF. Oh, James Persian, good call. Steiner Brothers.
Oh, the Steiners, yeah.
When Scotty was young and could do that damn Frankensteiner, that was blow away. You know, what was he going there? Maybe 250 to do that kind of move? That blew me. The first WCW move that blew me away was seeing Muta do the moonsault. That was the first time I'd seen a moonsault. But when I saw Scotty do the Frankensteiner, that was crazy.
You seen him now? He looks awful.
Oh. Well,
God, he looks awful, man.
Oh, I don't like Big
The
Papa
roids.
Trump. I like Scott Steiner.
The roids really caught up to him bad, and he looks
Yes,
he looks
Trance
bad.
is like caving in on it.
Yeah, he looks so bad right now.
Not pretty. But he's got to be like in his mid 60s, at least 60.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Rob, you're right. They weren't good. I mean, Rick was better than Scott in that Rick could pull off that dog face gremlin gimmick, so he could kind of be like doing all that shit. But yeah, they weren't great promos.
With the protective earwear.
Yeah, yeah, but they were legit studs in college too. They both, and if I'm not mistaken, Rick was actually the better amateur wrestler of the two.
Oh man,
yeah.
You know what's really awful now too? It was he was just on Monday because they had Legends Night on Raw, and Tatanka was on there, and he looks a wreck.
Oh, I'm sure he's gonna. Eric, I hate to correct you, my brother. Midnight Express never were in the WWF ever. That was Jim Cornette's team. They never went to the WWF. And I don't even know that I don't think the Rock and Roll made it there either, unless it was for a very, very brief period of time.
I have no idea.
Rocco Sacco connection. Oh, now you're talking. I don't know Pete White. I think his daughter is still a model. She's I don't know about her, but I don't know about his son. Fuck Hogan.
Yeah.
The Mulkeys, God, what the best jobbers ever. Who said that? Who said that with the mark? Billy Rogers. Yeah, of course. All right, where are we at? 10:57. God, I love this.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a wrestling episode, guys, but it's time to. I hope you got all your therapeutic stuff in. It's time for us to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's not wrapping up. I'm fading.
I can tell.
Tired. Like,
I was looking at the comments and I could just hear the JG noises, and I'm like, oh, it's time to wrap it up. So next week we have Ruddy Man and our first installment of the retrospective series. And then the week after, we've got Clint from Captain Stash. So a couple good weeks coming up, guys.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. And don't forget, the coins are now worth money. They're worth $1.
Oh, I should have been giving them. There was a couple other ones. Some of you might get late coins, so I'll have to think about it because there were a couple coin-worthy comments earlier.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
If you think, what's his face is gonna get one. Damn, I forgot the damn guy's name. Albert Einstein.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get one.
Albert.
I've got a few. I'll DM you guys. I'll play the mental Rolodex and I'll DM you guys. I promise.
Yeah, and then just keep track because I'm keeping track, and DM me for a coin. I have to make it. I haven't redesigned the coin yet. But yeah. So $1. Each coin is worth $1 up to 20. That's it. That's the cap. 20. To get anything from Amazon that I choose, you just let me know when you want me to redeem it.
There you go. All right, boys. 8:30 next week. We'll see you there. Thanks for all you guys. Great chat and discussion tonight. Appreciate it, guys, for hanging out with us this long. Take care.
All right. Good night, everyone.